Here, I fix it.
It's cream on the inside, clean on the outside. What's up, YouTube? Ice cream paint job. Yep, we're talking about ice cream paint jobs. It's me, the Irish USMC Vet, and the Stinger over there. So let's let this bad boy warm up and let everybody get in here. Hopefully we'll have no mishaps today.
Yeah.
Once everybody starts checking in, if they check in.
Day 2.
Day 2. Oh yeah. Sheesh. I'm all kinds of screwed up. I'm doing this. I was doing this last night at 4:00. Watch that shit again. Oh no.
Well, we're starting over, folks.
Yeah, we starting over. I went out and licked a bunch of door handles and went through Walmart and run my tongue across the floor. So now we got to start back over.
All right.
You say licked a bunch of doorknobs in Walmart?
Yeah.
Gross. Even without the.
I had my wife push me around on the. I had my wife push me around on the bottom of the cart, and I just licked the floor.
Oh. Leaving a trail.
Isn't that good?
All the way across the aisle.
Yeah. And then before we left, we poured out pixie sticks on the self checkout that wasn't cleaned, and we just snorted big gaggers right there. Pixie stick love. Nobody's in here yet, so we can be fucking stupid.
Oh man, the stupid shit I did in high school. I would try to impress people with my stupidness. I don't know. Maybe was Jackass out at the time? I don't even remember, but I used to like, hey, you watch me snort this line of salt.
Oh no, Lord have mercy. You like my cousin. I got that fucker to snort a line of ground pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Smarty.
Yeah, Smarty was like everybody's thing, but like, when you snort a fucking line of ground pepper, yo, there's something wrong with you. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my fucking nose hurt now, and I didn't even do it.
Yeah. That'll clear your sinuses for the whole day, bro.
His nose bled immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like, immediately. And I was like, oh, no. Good thing he was like 4 years older than me. Right. My aunt beat the hell out of him. She's like, why would you do that? He's like, well, he told me to. And I was like, why would you listen to the guy that's 4 years younger than you? Why would you do that? Idiot.
All right.
All right, good walk outside, see what's going on. What you barking at?
Yesterday was pretty uneventful around here. I mean, I did a few things around the house, but nothing too major. I took the excess off of my Glock frame.
Yeah, how'd that turn out?
It's still together. I think I need to go get a wood burner or a soldering iron to stipple it.
Yeah, get you a wood burner. There's some pretty nice ones out there. They make a complete kit that you can do different sizes and shapes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't know if I want to do the same old stipple job that everybody else does. I've done like snake scales with wood burners before on wood, so I kind of wonder how that would work for plastic.
That'd be dope.
It might be.
Yeah. Add rigidity. That'd be cool. And then you could paint the inlay with some pearlescent paint and make it shiny. Make it stingery.
So Stan is in here.
Morning, Stan.
It says we can call you Coover, the Corona Hoover. I think that was in reference to your Walmart licking the floor thing.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
And then he says, getting the Jenny with his tax refund. The rest is going towards the vehicle.
Oh.
Now, I heard a report from the wife, so I don't know how true this is. But supposedly this whole stimulus thing is just an advance on your tax refunds.
Your 2020 tax refunds.
Your 2020 tax refunds.
Yeah, they're gonna give you $1,200 and take back $2,000. I think is what it amounted to.
So if you don't get a refund anyway, you're probably not gonna get it. So if that's the case, if you don't get it because you don't get a refund, then I ain't getting it, which is fine.
Yeah, which is retarded because I'm gonna give you $1,200 and then I'm going to take $2,000 back from you at the end of the year. If there is such a thing as the end of the year. I mean, I don't give a shit. Anyways, like I said, farming's a whole different thing. You have to file a Type F form for your farm taxes. You get to do a depreciation for all your vehicles and all that good stuff. So, all right, let's get this party started. We have some customers rolling in, some family, some of our extended family. Good morning, Stan. Getting to Jenny. Good. I personally would suggest to get a Honda or a Generac, but depending on how much your money is going to be. The Hondas are the quietest, and the Honda, everything I've ever owned that was Honda would go 10 times longer than, like I had Polaris 4-wheelers, and it was like every month that thing was at the, getting fixed or whatever. Honda 4-wheeler, yeah, no. Haven't had a problem out of it, and the kids ride it like a scalded dog. So, Prepper Jesus, good morning, sir. How are we doing? We painted the gates with pearlescent paint. Yeah, can you give us any insight there, Prepper Jesus?
Pearly gates are not real pearls.
Yeah. Guns Coast to Coast, good morning, sir. Yes, another vote for Honda. CC, yep. Guns, GCC, he knows what's up. GCC and Prepper Jesus all know what's up. Good morning, Mr. TB9. Babysitting again. Mr.
Really?
TB9 is going to have a house built out of stacks. Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm surprised you're still getting it, though. That's the truth, because everybody I see everywhere else is bitching about, I can't find silver. Mr. TB9 must have the connection.
Yeah, he needs to hook us up, man.
Gas or propane, it says Stan, and the one from Costco is built in Arizona. What? He's in Canada. We got Arizona built stuff in Canada? Depends. If you have propane, do you have propane on your property? Do you have like the gas rights to that? Unless they blow up the propane main line, you'll have propane longer than you will gas. I'm pretty sure. So if you could get a propane one, I'm pretty sure you get the parts converted over to gas, or they make a kit that you can go from gas to propane. That's also on that Permies.com. They do a lot of that stuff on there too. Like converting stuff over to biogas. What are you bitches doing today? They're just all like pissy. I don't know. I gave you food. I gave you treats. It's all timing. It's all timing, says Mr. TV9. Yeah, I've seen that. Like ordering parts, ordering certain things off the internet has been that way for me too. Pain in the ass. Amazon is only shipping certain things. All the gun manufacturing places are shipping every day. They're talking about shutting down the U.S. Postal Service because nobody's using it right now. So that sucks. That means that the world is really going to fucking end. Sorry for the F-bomb there, Mr. TV9. But it's real bad when the post office shuts down. This is one of the hybrid. Okay, so well, there you go. If it uses both, then you're in the golden. You're golden. Push tobacco into tubes while listening, says Mr. TV9. I'm pushing tobacco.
Your wife smoke, bro? I mean,
he said he did like 50 cigarettes a day, I believe, a couple days ago, or maybe a week or two ago.
Like 3 packs a day.
There's a vintage seeds or victoryseeds.com. They sell tobacco plants. You can grow them. Sounds like Mr. TV9 better order a package of those. And
any money you save is money you can put in the silver.
Get them growing in the backyard. You can grow them all you want. You just can't sell them or trade them, or you've broken some other federal law. Furman, I think, is the name brand. I don't know about that one, Stan. You have to do some Googling. All I know is that if it's got a Honda engine on it, you're probably pretty good. because all the generator is a lawnmower mower, essentially, with a side shaft and a big giant ass alternator.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, there's some more computer electronic components on it, but if you wanted to take your lawnmower outside and take your 1985 alternator off your truck and make a bracket and take the blade off the lawnmower and mount the alternator beside it, and then you hooked into said alternator like you would to your car, you could power anything you needed to with that gasoline engine running.
Right.
Because the alternator is turning just like it is in a car. So, I mean, Stan probably knows that. I'm just telling for anybody that doesn't know. Mr. TV9.
You ever watch that reality show? I think it was called never mind. It was about an apocalyptic situation, and they put all these contestants into this thing where they had to survive with just basic shit because it was all like the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would build stuff, and one of them was like an alternator powered thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was called The Colony.
Yep. Gasifier.
Yeah, and then the wood gasifier was on that. Yeah.
I've never seen it, I don't think.
Yeah,
I thought
they had like 2 or 3 seasons of it. It was pretty good. I think it was on Discovery.
I thought you were going to say the old Doomsday Preppers. And I was like, yeah,
No.
I've heard of them. After they screwed over John Willis and James Yeager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of avoided them like the plague. Costco even has a Ford generator to stand. Damn, I've been missing my Costco. I need to go to my Costco. I could lick the floor at Costco too, I guess. Never know. Go find all the Chinese packaging and, finger it all up and then put my fingers in both my nostril holes. Oh, yeah. You can put a bike pedal on. Yeah. Good luck with that. You will be a marathon fit person if you put a alternator on a bicycle.
Yeah, you better have them thighs like Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, that's horrible. I have one, but I always threaten the kids when they were younger. I was like, if you don't clean the damn room, I'm going to make you put that bicycle in there and pedal that battery and charge that battery up just to play your Xbox for 30 minutes, and you got to pedal for 4 hours.
Yeah, my parents, I watched a lot of TV as a kid. A lot. I didn't want to do anything but watch TV, and they threatened to make it a pedal TV, where you have to keep it going in order for it to keep on.
Right, for
They
sure.
never did, thankfully, but
for sure. I would have been like, what? I'd have been all right with that, though. I'd have been cool. That's cool. And then I took it apart and figured out how it worked. I'd put it back together too.
Well, they put a lock on the TV on the side of it. So
What?
Yeah, they would leave the house and they would lock the TV. That didn't work. They thought it did. It did work, right? If you locked it, it wouldn't turn on. But I figured a way to pick that shit real fucking quick.
Oh, yeah. That didn't. So yesterday's numbers were 1,274,000 infected. Today's, it went up to 1,347,000. 74,697 deaths, and the other one was 69,000. So still climbing. All right, let me catch back up in the chat. Oh, Pompeo has to hold a briefing at the State Department for some reason. Are they going to take more of our rights away? Is FEMA going to come take door to door? Who was it I was talking to last night? I don't remember who it was, but they're going door to door with National Guard in Jersey, I think, to find all the New Yorkers and ripping them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that on the Liberty Doll channel. Liberty Doll did a video on that. That's some bullshit.
Well,
Nazis looking for Jews. They're going door to door looking for New Yorkers.
Yeah. Well, because they came from New York to their summer homes to stay. Now, if I owned a home in New Jersey and I wanted to go there and you come there to try to rip me out, be very, 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 very careful.
I don't think you'd live in New York or New Jersey though, bro.
I wouldn't. Upstate New York's beautiful. It's all backwoods and stuff. But I mean, if you come to a house that I own, it doesn't matter what state it is. That's like going to Florida, getting all the people that go there from Tennessee and Indiana and Michigan and all those other places for the winter and telling them to get the hell out. No, I pay taxes here. This is my property. You see this 12-gauge shotty. Unless you want me to pull it and squeeze it between your fucking eyeballs, get off my property. Period. I don't care what kind of uniform you're wearing. That's ridiculous. They're going to go run those people out.
All right. People are giving in. I mean, we talked about this yesterday, right? That the way people respond, most people are very much like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever you want to do. And they won't stand up for their neighbors, just like you're seeing there. Have we had any, I don't know, Stan looks like he knows a little bit about what's going on because it's in Rhode Island. So, Stan, do you know of anybody or any news story of people resisting this? Because as far as I'm aware, everybody's just letting it happen.
So, just real quick here, I'm going to read this. Now, I don't know if 100% sure. Please don't quote me on this. I'm just reading what I've seen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying the 5G electro pollution causing oxygen starvation in coronavirus patients.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about that. I know that I wouldn't stick my head inside my ham Radio Shack while transmitting because it'll friggin' fry your brain. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see where 600 megahertz or whatever it is that they're running off of could cause problems. I have mixed emotions about it. I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but a lot of people are doing the 5G is what's causing the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fuzzy Fork did a video on that yesterday where it might be linked. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not a communications expert. I do know a communications expert. I do know that doctors say that the 5G is bad for our DNA. So, guess we'll have to stay tuned on that one. I just wanted to read that part because the electro pollution, like that's what I tell people when they say stuff like that to me, because I've had people comment about it in my personal life and here on YouTube, and I'm like, well, I mean, would you stick your head in a microwave if you could take the door off the microwave and turn it on? Because that's what 5G is microwave radiation.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, would you take the door off your microwave and stick your head in it while it was on? Well, essentially, that's what's going to happen with these because they have to put them so close. Like they have to put them on every other telephone pole or something stupid like that. I don't really know that's, but they have to be. They're like basically like a repeater would be for a ham radio, right? Except they have to be closer because they can't put out as much juice, or they have to put out whatever the radio wave frequency is not as strong, but it's fast. It's lightning fast for the user. So, yeah, I don't know. I could definitely do some more research on it, but I don't still have the time right now. Right. So if anybody that's smarter than me, please, if you know about a post up, they were going to door in Rhode Island, says Stan. They can shove New York up their asses, says Mr. TV9. So Mr. TV9 only F-bombs. We don't like F-bombs. Does the wife get mad when we drop the F-bombs?
It's a little too harsh.
All right, well, gotta keep that in mind. I just don't. All right, Mr. T Gold is dropping again. Market manipulation. Damn, they're dropping the market again.
Hold on, let's do our golden price check. I mean, I guess it went down like a little bit from a little bit ago, like $1.66. But I mean, 1660 is still up there, and gold or silver went up to 1526. That's what, maybe $1 more, $1 less than what it was when I started playing in it. So that's almost gone all the way up. That's up $1 over the last few days.
Mr. TV9 is forecasting the 21st is when gold's going to go up. He said, F the wife, that, and it was a joke, F that. Uh, he said we're allowed to say the F word.
Oh, well, thank you for the permission.
He was just pulling our tail. Fuck everyone. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
That's not coming up on YouTube.
Oh, it will, because we're gonna put it right across the screen here in a second after I read things. What about geostationary satellites? They just sent up that will be broadcasting internet. Wonder what frequency they'll be using. I don't know, but Google put out that thing saying that they're going to track you now. They're going to anonymously track you.
Well, they've already been doing it. They're just now coming out and saying they're doing it.
Well, yeah, now they got the approval of the government to do it. So, if you have Google stuff, I suggest you start switching over to Proton Mail. Start using the secure messaging app. Let me check here. I've used it so long I forgot what it's called. You know what it's called there, Poison Stinger?
Oh, the messaging app that you use?
Yeah.
Signal, I think.
Signal, yeah. Mr. TB9 is now famous.
Nice.
Check it out. Mr. TB9 is now famous. Thanks for the offer, but you're not my type, says Stan. I don't know, Stan. He got a lot of silver. He might be able to buy you in the apocalypse.
Right? Everybody's type for a prize.
Skin trader. He's skin trader. Mr. TB9 is going to be sitting down in Tennessee with the banjo. All while having a gold grill and a house made out of silver stacks.
Yeah.
So let's see. Food bank lines stretch for miles in Florida. They're already giving out food in Florida? Coronavirus can reactivate. 51 recovered patients test positive again. They're saying that the coronavirus causes mysterious heart damage. Eye pain is a new symptom. Hunt is on for the generic clues to why impact varies. Survivors face uncertain road back to normal. McDonald's staff walk out over unsafe conditions. Dollar Tree cashier battered during social distancing beef. Grocery workers beginning to die. Grocery workers are beginning to die.
What?
So I wonder if that's just because they're older people. These are all
like
on
the
the
Walmart greeters.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, okay, for example, like at some of the stores, whether it be here or in Tennessee or Kentucky, like you go in there and there's a lot of, I mean, that's the only people that really want to work. There's the elderly people, like they don't want to sit at home. So I wonder if that's, let's see, let me open said link. Let me check it out. Let me know if I'm getting too far into the comments over there. Grocery workers are beginning to die of coronavirus. Major supermarket chains report their first coronavirus-related employee death. Store closures and increased anxiety among grocery workers and pandemic that intensifies across the country. Trader Joe's worker in Scarsdale, New York, greeter at the Giant store in Largo, Maryland, and 2 Walmart employees from the same Chicago area store died of COVID-19. The disease the novel coronavirus caused in recent days, the company's confirmed Monday. Oh, wow, they got it. Nice. Okay, I'll post that link over there. It's from the MSN. All right, so let me scroll back up here. Mr. TB9 has his fame now. Stan, hopefully enough lead to defend it. Yeah, so God, I don't want to do the video, but basically the raised flower beds that I'm going to tell you about is it'd behoove you to put these things in there, right? All right, so I can't. Tomorrow I'll have a picture or a presentation. Don't quote me on the presentation, but I'll at least get you a picture and some information on how to make said flower beds. If you can get some concrete blocks right now, you can put them together with construction adhesive, so you don't have to brick and mortar. Yeah, but microwaves can kill you. Oh, they can if you take the door off. Cut this. Go out there and cut the glass or the plastic out of that.
They did that on the
shield.
Kingdom Random.
And what happened?
Well, they were fine, I guess. They were measuring how far out the heat traveled or whatever, which wasn't very far. So without the door on it, it dissipates. Now, how long that takes to kill a person, I don't know, but it definitely makes it so you can't cook your food very fast.
I'd say if you stood outside there,
microwaves need to bounce, and they couldn't bounce because they'd bounce out.
I'd say if you stood out there with a Geiger counter, that would probably read something. Probably, I don't know. I got a nuke meter. So if I've checked, because like, why do you need a $200 nuke meter unless you're expecting nuclear fallout? But I have it in case, like anything happens, really, because if this pandemic causes the nuclear power plants to melt down because nobody's there to take care of them, I'm downwind of nuclear power plants. So, or a nuclear bomb. There's all kinds of stuff that can go wrong. They could drop a nuclear bomb out of an aircraft on accident, which they've done on several occasions. No, they did. No, they dropped them. Crashed the plane, couldn't find the damn nuke. Go look it up. It's in America. They're there. I believe it's in North Carolina. So there's the article I posted up. It's about workers beginning to die of the coronavirus. And, of course, they won't tell you their age or any of that stuff. So, Riddle Girl Pet COVID-19, yes, you can get from – they don't know if it'll transfer from cats or dogs. There was a couple dogs that had it. They were reporting, but they don't know if once the dogs or cats get it, if they can give it back to the humans, which would mean that if it's possible to give it back to you, you'd have to have your cats treated as well. But cats are notorious for having coronavirus, as well as dogs, because that's what it is. The coronavirus was in dogs and cats. We get our cats and dogs treated for that. Give them shots and stuff. So 26 dead in a nursing home in rural Ontario, Canada. So it's pre-existing conditions that are killing. And we have a geriatric majority problem. Yeah, so everything I've read, it's affecting the lungs. And if you have anything wrong with your lungs, I mean that's a death sentence. So if you don't, and I'm sure most of those older people are smokers. I would say a majority of, like Granny, Granny's 80, 81 or 82. She used to smoke. She got breast cancer, but they didn't say it was from smoking. So she had a mastectomy, and she quit smoking after she got the mastectomy. So I don't know if that's it cured her. Obviously, she doesn't have it anymore, but she's lived to be 80. But so, do we have a comet apparently coming our way?
Yeah, what has ever happened to that?
Well, there's another one that says Comet Atlas. So does anybody know about the comet? Japan calls a state of emergency. All right. azfamily.com, World News, Japan declares state of emergency, ramping up virus battle. Huh. Yeah, it's hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's just funny the different nations and how they respond to it. Like Sweden isn't doing crap, and then Japan was fighting it for a while. They're like, no, we're fine, we're healthy here, we do whatever. And now they're like, no, we've got to call it.
I haven't seen a ramp up. Indiana.
There's a world leader that got it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the prime minister or something? We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah, I know he's like on a ventilator now, or he's in fucking ICU.
Really? Yeah, well, I knew he was going to go in ICU just as a precaution because he's having trouble breathing, but I did not know that that he was that bad off.
Yeah, I believe so.
So
I mean, I probably should look more into it before I talk too much about it, but it was on one of my news alerts that popped up.
yeah, I seen that yesterday. But the Prime Minister of somewhere. Sorry, get some business
It's all right. I don't know it either.
crap to take care of real quick.
Let's see. Prime Minister with coronavirus.
Did you find it?
I'm trying.
Uh-oh.
While you guys are looking for that, I'll read the story. The Taliban said their peace deal with the United States is near a breaking point, accusing Washington of violations that include drone attacks on civilians, while also chastising the Afghan government for delaying the release of 5,000 Taliban prisoners promised in the agreement. The Taliban said they had restricted attacks against Afghan security forces to rural outposts, had not attacked international forces, and had not attacked Afghan forces in cities or military installations. The Taliban said these limits on their attacks had not been specifically laid out in the agreement with the U.S. signed in February. The Taliban statement issued Sunday warned of more violence if the U.S. and Afghan government continue alleged violations of the deal. U.S. military spokesman Colonel Sonny Leggett was in a tweet overnight denied that the Taliban allegation, saying that the U.S. forces in Afghanistan had upheld and continues to uphold the military terms in the U.S.-TB agreement. Any assertion otherwise is baseless. In his tweet, Leggett called for the Taliban to reduce violence and said the U.S. military will continue to come to the aid of Afghan security forces if attacked, in line with the agreement. Meanwhile, the militants said they had reduced their attacks compared to last year, but said continued violations would create an atmosphere of mistrust and will not only damage the agreements, but force Mujahideen to a similar response and will...
Mujahideen.
What?
Dean. Did you
Yeah,
hear me?
some hippity bippity stuff, huh?
Mujahideen. Sorry, carry on.
Anyways, basically the Taliban is just continuing to say that, you know, you guys are forcing our hand here. We're gonna come after you guys. You better stop, you know, bringing your drones around and shit, or else we're gonna get you.
Ooh.
And I thought it was a different kind of update other than COVID-19.
Eastwood Farms says it's Boris Johnson of England. That's what I found out as well. So it's not like a third world nation. It's one of the main world powers. So that's interesting. So all those people who said, "Oh, that's all fake," I don't know. I don't think so. I do think that it's not as bad as some things, depending on how you are, because I think they were talking about how we probably had it since November, and a lot of people are already had it, and they didn't even know they had it, and they've already, you know, gotten immunity to it. And
so, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I was talking out loud to myself.
that was pretty much it. But apparently Stan says Boris was a huge smoker, if he remembers correctly. Do they even allow smoking still in England? That's crazy. I guess if you're in power.
So
that would explain it.
I wanted to show Stan this here is the nuke alert. And I carry it on my keys. And it clicks. I mean, I've had this thing for years. They keep it for 10 years, the battery, and then you can send it back and they'll replace the battery. So anyways, yeah, I carry this damn thing everywhere. It gets some funny looks. I can't show you the car keys because they can clone your damn keys by looking at them nowadays. But yeah, that's it. I've had this thing for, I don't know, but a while. Let's just put it to you that way. A long while. But I had an original one and I lost it. So I got another one. But anyways, yeah, it's best to go buy it from the nuke alert place. All of the places jack them up.
How do you test to see if that actually does anything?
It clicks, bro.
Yeah, but I can make.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
It goes tick, tick. All right, so on the back, it shows you, and it gets louder if there's radiation, right? You could take it to a place that has radioactive isotopes. I can't tell you how I test mine, but
if you put it near a microwave, would it
no. If you have a radioactive isotope, you can. So if you can't do it, and I can't show you because I can't take you on base. But if I were to take you on base, there's a fuel boom, all right, on a KC-130J, and on the fuel boom there's radioactive isotopes which light up, right? And so the reason why I know it works is because you can take this and go near the fuel boom and it'll go off from those radioactive isotopes. So they're pretty sensitive. They're pretty great. And it just tells you ahead of time, like as where if you were just like you're driving down the road, you're not carrying a damn Geiger counter, right?
Right.
But this is is a fairly small thing, and you can leave it in the car if it's not too hot. I don't know if it'll affect the battery longevity, but I have one just for that purpose, because you can and you will survive a nuclear fallout if you get underground and you're not within 5 miles of the blast. So that's the thing I most keep up on in CBRN, because you can and you will survive if there is a nuclear fallout. Everybody's always like, "Oh shit! If there's a nuclear fallout, we're all gonna die," and it's not considered mutual destruction because you will survive unless you're within that blast radius, and then you're vaporized. They don't even know you were there.
Right.
If you go back and look at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I tried to say them all together. If you go back, you and look at the pictures, you can see where the flash happened and the person was standing in front of the wall. Like it
has the shadow pretty much burned into the wall.
Yeah, but that person that was standing there was vaporized. They're no more. Like you'll never find no bones, no teeth, no nothing. So yeah, but anyways, I want to know. Depending on how far you are downrange from, or uprange or downrange from a military installation or a nuclear power plant or anything like that, that's why I have it. So, see, this is another thing that's not panicky. You know what I'm saying? I'm not panicking or being crazy, but it's best to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, another cool thing I'll tell you about. If you get into electronics at all, you can make sure you can't see my keys. This right here, it's an RFID chip, the little green thing.
Yeah.
All right. So, in order to get into certain places, you have to have this in my outbuildings. So if you walk up to the door and it's locked, and you have this, you just wave it in front of the RFID sensor, and you can have access to certain things that you wouldn't have access to unless you have a key or the RFID chip. But this just makes it easier for me to give to the kids when they were younger, because they couldn't operate a key. So I've done this so that they could go out, touch this to the door, and then they have access to it. Hi, kitty. We have a visitor today. Yep, right where she always goes. Oh, look, it's Cat Butthole. Cat Butthole on live.
What's up with cats and their butts? They always like to show it.
I don't know. I've never seen a black cat butthole. You know how their noses are black and pink and weird colors, but you never see a black butthole. It's always a pink butthole. And it's got to be right on camera. Taliban. All right, you're going to have to get down, seriously. Oh, God, no. So I also like to keep my Meals on Wheels. These are my MREs. My wife would shoot me if I brought her some cat, but East Wind Farms, welcome, sir. Says that yes, it's Boris Johnson in England. Stan says nuclear.com. Thanks, sir. Boris is a huge smoker, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and they say that's one of the worst things you can do. Have lung problems. You have one? Yeah. I've had a couple of them. Like I said, I lose them or break them, and they fall off. But that one is on my bug out vehicle, man. Got my bug out vehicle. It's got 4,000 rounds of ammo. full water filtration, desalination, chlorination, mineralizing bug out van, and it's a 16-wheel drive and got bulletproof door panels and
16-wheel
bulletproof
drive.
glass. It really does got some of that stuff. I'm just being retarded.
Right,
It doesn't have 16-wheel drive. It's got all-wheel drive.
It has a snorkel.
Yeah, it's got a snorkel. It has it has some soft armor. Yeah, it's all right. It doesn't have bulletproof glass. I didn't get that far. Frenchman.
Shit though. Yeah. I mean, if you want to do it
well, you
right.
can't roll the window down. You can't roll the windows down. So
Yeah.
I still like to roll with the windows down. You can lean the seats back and hopefully stop some browns. Quarantined to buy cheap cigarettes in Spain. Frenchman had to be rescued. Well, how was he rescued? Did he take a boat?
No, he tried to go through the mountains to get over to Spain, and he was lost and cold and shivering and had to call emergency services to come rescue his dumbass.
All for some cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it begins.
Should have rolled your own, bro. Grow some tobacco in your backyard.
Do you have an old compass to put it over?
The Geiger counter.
Oh, the keychain thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a compass. I carry compasses everywhere. I have a compass in every vehicle. I don't trust modern day GPS.
Right.
Okay, you're gonna have to really get down, chick. Okay. Yo, there you go. Hey, there you go. I just cheated on my wife. I kissed pussy live. And now my grandma's probably watching saying, I knew you was doing the porn. Yes, Grandma, I'm doing the porn with the door wide open. It's glass, as you can see through, and poison stinger, yeah.
Nothing like doing the porn with your mates.
Or a smoke detector has some radioactive. Oh, okay, so an old. Yeah, I don't have an old compass. I do have compasses that are old, but I don't know how old they'd have to be to have radiation in them. You talking about like the iridium or not iridium? I know what you're talking about. They have radioactive isotopes in them to keep them lit. Yeah. Smoke detectors, I change those out every 4 or 5 years. So no, I don't have any of the old smoke detectors either. But the fuel booms on the C-130, whether it's the J or the old KC-130s, they have the radioactive isotopes, and I forget what they're called. But they're basically illumination for whenever you fly in. Like the planes will come in behind when the fuel booms are swinging around back there, and the F-18s or F-16s or whatever the hell takes a. I mean, you could refuel a KC-130J now, because it has a fuel boom on it. But like whenever the plane comes in and you're flying at night, and the pilots are wearing nods, but they have to see that fuel boom to connect the connection. And doing so, you got to get down. Come on, get down. Get down. Go. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for visiting. Anyway, so that fuel boom has all these little eyes called cat eyes around it, and those cat eyes are radioactive isotopes so that they can see them in the dark. Anyways, that took a long time to get out because the damn cat wouldn't leave me alone. All right, that's not the only one too. There's more. They will come now that they've seen one get up here. I saw propaganda RFID packages on Amazon. Oh, programmable, yeah. Mine's a little bit more high tech than that. You can, if you mess around with what the hell is it called? I could walk over there and look. Like Arduinos. Arduino's a really good thing that you can play around with to learn how to do your own. And then the Raspberry Pi. So you can do that with both of those RFID chips. I put a key code lock in for the kids. Yes, we had those too. There's a Quickset makes a good one, but the Slade it wasn't Slade. There was another one that was really crappy. But I think most of them are Quickset. Maybe, I don't know. My wife's always wanting to change door handles. I'm like, every time you do that, I got to reinforce the door in a different spot. Damn it!
You gotta get those fancy lever action ones.
Oh yeah. Military. Okay, tritium compass. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Everyone has. Yeah. That's the feature I like about those locks is everyone has their own code. And you can actually, on some of them, you can go in and see who used their code to get in the door and at what time. So that's cool.
That.
I mean, without having to go check security cameras or something, but then, you know, if you did, you could always go back and check your security cameras. But oh, Jason C, welcome. Sorry, I thought that was staying there for a minute reading this. Yeah, the tritium compass. I don't think I have. I mean, I probably have a military compass laying around somewhere, but good luck finding that, right? It's probably in one of the 20 bug out bags that I've made and gave away, or having one of the 10 vehicles, or. So what's going on in your world there, Jason? See, I haven't seen you around.
Yeah, how's your stores looking? You know?
What's your neck of the woods look like? Thanks for joining us.
Don't mean to put you on the spot, but name, address, and time.
Yeah, what is that? What it used to be? ASL, ASEX location. If you would give us your location, like your state, you don't have to give us anything else, and what it looks like there. Food bank lines in Florida stretch miles, so post up that link.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, that they don't want you going to work, right? But at the same time, it's okay if you have to go. I mean, there's a lot of these places that are shutting everything down, but it's okay if you're going out to get food. So we're gonna condense everybody's travel to one location. You know, at least once a week, you're all going to go meet up at the same fucking place. That sounds like a bad idea on steroids, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, now they're saying that it comes to if you get the coronavirus, it's because you went to the store.
Really?
Yeah. So in the start of all this, back in early March, whenever they were, starting to gear up for this, they said that, hey, go to the store, social distancing, which really they meant physical distancing.
Right.
But now they're coming back saying that. But then I noticed whenever we first went to the stores that they had shut off all the heating and air conditioning units.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's the same in your place, but I mean, I can only imagine that if they're worried about shutting the heat and air conditioning off, they're worried about it circulating through the air.
Well, it's obviously airborne. We figured that out a while back.
But then I watched some crazy nurse, and not the Patriot nurse, so I'm not hating on her. She's a wealth of knowledge, but there was some crazy nurse that came on there. And she's like, well, if I bring this here and leave it laying here, and then it's going to die. But they don't know because this thing keeps evolving. So how the hell can you if you're a nurse working in a patient setting, you can't make the assumption that you have any fucking clue about a bioweapon. And then, of course, everybody put out the nurse's video and said, oh, she says it's 5G. She says it's 5G. Well, just because she's a nurse doesn't mean she's a rocket scientist.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like, the normal virus is supposed to last only so long on a surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bleach will kill it and all that other stuff. But a bioweapon can be different. And back in the beginning of all this, they said it had HIV qualities. So nobody's recalling this. Nobody's talking about this. But think about that, right? They cannot kill the HIV virus, right, in the human body. They can only treat the symptoms. Yep. So what other virus? And I don't know. I don't pretend to be an epidemiologist or anything. But how long can that virus stay outside the body, right? You know what I'm saying? So what they do in bioweapons is they try to take every good thing that they can from all the bad shit and combine it. And this just goes to show you that, they shouldn't be playing with this stuff because now everybody in the freaking world is on lockdown. Good morning, Tactical Tony. Tactical Tone 702 checking in.
What's up, Tony?
Doing them bankers hours. You got any food lines there, Tony? Florida's got food lines. And not food lions, food lines. Because I think that's one of their chains down there, Food Lion. So interestingly enough, like I read this article, but we'll go ahead and post up a link. The virus can, hidden killer fears coronavirus can hide in cells and reactivate after 51 patients recovered, test positive again. So, oh man, these mothers are geared up, full face masks. Yeah, they're in full poopy suits. That's what we call them. Let me screen share this, since this does not have any of my information on it. Here we have the full contamination set here, right?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, they're holding their hands like they done touched, something nasty.
They also have those patches on the red patches. Isn't that like I don't know what that is. That's not good.
That may be a name patch, but in
usually it's one of those things. If you get radiated, it
yeah,
color or some shit.
Yeah, it'll show you the radiation, or some of them they have biological ones. The radiation ones are for but those suits that they're wearing, I do not believe would provide any protection. So I don't know why they would be on those suits. But there is patches that the Radtex or Radtech stickers or something like that will tell you. But I can't zoom in on the picture, so I can't tell what they are. But that's just in some. South Korea. Okay, so that's in South Korea. So they may just be using suits like that are repurposed from another place because they are Tyvek.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see, they're taking it seriously because they're walking around outside with a full mask to cover their eyes, a full mask to cover their nasal and mouth airways. Their ears are covered. Everything's covered. So, but they're saying that we don't need to do that. But I guess they finally came out and said we need to wear a mask in public. But all right, so
only until before. I mean, not until the government got their fair share of masks.
Right, and there's organizations that's already putting out there that they need you to donate your stuff. The only caveat to that is if you donate, say you donate a box of 1,000 masks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you donate a box of 1,000 masks, and they're like, oh, well, why the hell do you have 1,000 masks? They're going to come knocking on your door asking, what else do you have, right? Because most people don't just store masks, right? If you were preparing for a pandemic, you might have a couple thousand suits, masks, aprons, gloves. Believe it or not, I found nitrile gloves, the non-powdered kind, at a Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, how crazy is that? I didn't buy them. I don't need them. I have all that PPE just for the simple fact is I work in composites. So if you work in composites, if you know anything about advanced composites or anything like that, if you breathe carbon fiber in, it'll get inside your bloodstream and punch holes in your heart. And you will die. You will die. So, PPE is paramount in composite technology. Doing anything advanced composites for sanding, stuff like that. So that's why I have the PPE. I don't, I have gas masks because I just thought they were cool. I played around with them. They serve a purpose. I was a CBR and tech. So I don't do that anymore. I still keep up with it because I do want to, if I need to take care of my family in a radioactive fallout situation, whether it be from power plant or whatever, I still keep up with it, but it's not my specialty. I did go to school for it, and I keep up with it. So yeah, and when I say I play around with them, I'll the gas mask and stuff, I still I'll play around with the kids and see if they can put it on in 30 seconds and clear it, and just fun. It's fun, but they're actually learning something they don't know. So you don't want to scare anybody, and that's exactly what I'm not trying to do. So But a gas mask would be great if you had filters, unlimited funds, because you could literally walk around in some really horrible shit for a couple of hours, as long as you came home and washed off and then took the mask off and cleaned yourself after that. But we went through all those decontamination protocols weeks ago. Well, probably a month or two ago. So it's in some of the earlier videos. All government officials are making their daily reports. Cumho, I call him Cumho because he's a dipshit, is going live, as well as Trudy in Canada. Stan says hello to Tactical Tone. Planted spinach, jalapeno with the kids yesterday. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
good job, Tone. You can succession plant that too, Tony. So the spinach, not the jalapeno, but the spinach, you can wait a couple weeks and plant it again. So you'll have successful. It'll last a lot longer if it's in a cooler place. Like I plant a lot of it under trees and stuff. Food appears to be coming back. I've heard Walmart's limited access and barricaded. Yeah, Walmart has limited the access. Think it's 2 per aisle, and you have to wait outside. And I think you can only allow so many people in per square foot. I don't know. They put out an article on
Yeah.
it. Stan says indicator patches. He thinks. I don't know.
On the PPE.
Yeah, I don't know. I could get a close up of them. They should give away free gas masks with every Taco Bell purchase. Hell yeah, Uber Eats, bring it to me. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. I'll take my gas mask. Mr. TV9. Today is the last day. I'll be 64 never again.
Happy birthday, bro.
Right. Happy birthday, sir. So he'll start getting his Social Security tomorrow then. All right, good job. Nice. And he's gonna turn around and stack silver with it. Good job.
It's the best retirement you could probably hope for right about now. With all this shit coming down.
Oh, his retirement's probably filling the walls of his house. I can see Mr. TB9 just going in there, stacking up all the silver bars, and then throwing the drywall up and mud and seam seal it, and just know it's there, but it's not. Riddle Girl says, happy birthday to Mr. TB9. Yeah. I hate to make it. I have to make it through this day first.
One day at a time, right?
As long as you don't get heat stroke sitting at the mailbox, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Or fall and break your back with all the silver that you're carrying.
I hope you do something nice on your birthday. I know it's kind of hard to do on right about now. The 65, man, that's a momentous occasion. I know for my 45th birthday, I got a 45. So do they make a 65 or a 6.5 Creedmoor? Huh?
Oh, 6.5 Creedmoor for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what's going on over here. Stop hoarding. You're interfering with the government's hoarding.
The government don't hoard. They confiscate.
That is an actual article by Mike Adams.
Really?
So, yeah, it says, stop hoarding. You're interfering with the government's hoarding. I can't take credit for that, even though it is funny. Yeah, they can't stockpile. Well, see, the problem was we went away from civil defense. Yeah. I believe if we would not have done away with the civil defense stuff, we would have not been caught with our pants down, because it prepared for a lot of this shit. And we should have bring it back, but the Cold War is over. Now we have the Bio War.
Yeah.
So I just, I think if we had the civil defense still, we'd have a lot better off chance,
I don't know. I mean, what do you think is scary for the older people here, like Mr. Tommy Boy? What's scarier, the Cold War with the missile crisis or this pandemic? I mean,
they were probably more well prepared for the Cuban Missile Crisis than we. I mean, I know they were, because they had all this stuff in stockpile. They had enough. I mean, hell, they're still finding caches of stuff from civil defense shelters, of food, water, canned water, and stuff like that. So I mean, they had all that stuff put back for a reason. I think it's a lot of fear and BS. Yeah, because you don't like I don't. It's definitely scary. That's not something you'll ever really hear me say. It's scary because I know what the shit's capable of not this virus in general, but like the biological weaponry that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is the scary part because we really don't know. And it may be a hoax. Shit, we may all be sitting home with our fingers up our asses, and
there are a lot of people that they're dying that they're attributing to COVID, but they might or might not be because they don't even know how to test in dead people. So,
I mean,
what is the real number? How many of those that are reported deaths are of other causes? You know.
I mean, I believe it's a real virus, and I believe it is a bioweapon. But I'm not an epidemiologist. Like, if I was, I would be telling you, yeah, this is what we need to do. You know, I'd be out there telling people. But, I mean, that's what we need. We need somebody to step forward and say, hey, look, this is what it is. I mean, hell, it could be because you're vitamin deficient in something. And it just weakens your immune system. There's a lot of things out there that, even in the soil, you can just, if you're out digging in the soil and you get a nick, I mean, you could die from something in the soil if you have a poor immune system. But if it's a bioweapon, then like I think it is, we need to figure it out. And but it sounds like it's ever evolving.
Look at that. They laid off most of the hospital personnel here. Not enough work. But the virus is real. Laughing emoji. I don't know. I hadn't heard anything like that. That's interesting.
Probably less people there in a big city like Phoenix. They're busy.
You say that, the hospital personnel here is on overtime. Mr. Tommy Boy's puff, cough, cough, rolling them ciggies. I'm concerned about the economy and what's coming down the road. Yeah, the economy's going to, I don't know. I'm not an economist, but a lot of people that I respect and listen to are saying it's at least a Great Depression. And maybe a total collapse. That was when we all thought we were getting free money. Apparently now your stimulus check is going to go against your refund check. So how that works, how you're going to get $1,200 every month when you only get maybe $1,200 refund.
Oh, get this. So they're supposed to be giving you an advance on your 2020 refund. But if by some miracle you make more this year than you did last year, supposedly you're not going to have to pay it back. But we'll see about that. They need to give you an option to refuse it if you don't want to be stuck like that. Oh my God.
New Mortal Kombat fighter, Corona.
The wife sent that to me. Oh, shit.
That shit is funny, though. That is funny. So, let's see. Town is almost dead here, says Tony. Work is so slow. I wonder if that's because people are staying at home or whatever. But Stan says the Depression had 25% unemployment at its peak. We're over 30. Yeah. And a lot of that is because they have to stay home. It's some bullshit.
Oh, we're definitely going into the Depression. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That's why, I'm trying to preach to people. Get your food in the ground. Get the food in the ground. Get your food in the ground. Learn something. Because the time is coming for you to bend over and take the big green weenie with no Vaseline.
Stan also said, remember that mystery vaping disease? I don't know. I know they were saying, it's got the same stuff as coolant, radiator fluid. Antifreeze, right? I'm like, that's
glycol.
Bullshit. Because it has the propylene
ethylene glycol. Yeah.
It's also in your fucking food, bro. You don't say, your cupcakes has the same ingredients as fucking, motor oil. It does,
right.
But
I also wouldn't smoke fogger juice either. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go get my Halloween fogger and suck that juice in.
No, I mean that's your choice, right? But okay.
Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't eat Tide Pods either. You know what I'm saying? See the dilemma there? Like
I'm
I
a
understand
vapor
they
and I'm
use
a smoker, and I
they use
believe
glycerin in it, right?
highly in vaping. Yeah, it's vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, and natural flavorings, and
But
of course your
ethylene
nicotine.
glycol is the one they use in antifreeze, so I don't see
So
the
it's not even that then. I
no.
don't know. But it's vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol. That's the only thing in vape other than the flavor and the nicotine. Right? Is it 100% safe? No, I'm sure it's not. You're breathing in vapor into your lungs. You know? But the only bad thing for you really, other than that maybe, is the nicotine. Which nicotine by itself just constricts your blood vessels. Kind of like caffeine. And actually it's about on par with what caffeine does to you. So it's not that bad. It's just the addictive part. What will kill you is in cigarettes is all the carcinogens, right? Which you don't get in vaping. There is no carcinogens in vaping. So is it 100% safe? No. But the Royal College of Physicians in Europe or whatever said that it was like 95% safer a few years back. And I would imagine that's about right. What if it was the
Jason's
CVID the whole time? Sorry, go ahead.
there already okay, that's the next one. All right. What if it was CVID the whole time?
Yeah, the people dying of vaping, they were. Let me educate you on this. That's fake fucking news, bro. Nobody died from vaping nicotine juice that you buy in a store. The deaths that were happening was your local drug dealer who was trying to put weed into vape juice. There's a certain way of doing that, and your
Poison
local
Stinger will
dealer.
now tell you.
Yeah. No, I wish I could. But it's complicated, right? I don't fucking know how to do it. But it's not just, the way you would think. There's like a process. Well, in order to get the THC out, there's a process. And there's a way to get the THC out safely. And there's a way to get it out not safely. And the dealers were getting it out not safely, and people were smoking that or vaping on that. It was not the nicotine stuff. That's fake news.
So I have confirmed from a very reliable source. So reliable I don't even have to go verify from my own two eyes that the Indiana National Guard has set up chemical units. The chemical unit from the Indiana National Guard has set up tents for the Indiana Department of Health, along with the state police, and are training on setting up the tents. Yeah. So now apparently they're thinking they're gonna need all these military tents put up to run people through or to put mass casualties in. But I love the new Mortal Kombat fighter, Corona. She's going to be our new spokesperson. All right. I'll have to thank my wife for that. That's so funny. So I'll have to put that picture up. But she's wearing a face mask over her face, a customized face mask over the kitty, and 2 face masks over her titties. Kitty, titty, and face. All right, so she has all of her holes and orifices covered except for her ears, but her hair must be over top of her thing. So
hopefully her butthole is too, but we don't know for sure.
yeah, that looks like probably not. That's probably just a G-string mask. Yeah. I was oil field. We went from 15 guys to 0 on 3/13. The oil field has definitely collapsed here in Colorado. Okay, that sucks, man. Hopefully, if you're a young guy, you probably don't have a whole lot of money stored back. But if you're a smart young guy, you probably do. So hopefully you're doing all right. Definitely look into the seed bombs. We posted up a lot of that in the videos. Seed bombs. Start your own garden. Anything you can do to help yourself out. I know my buddy used to work at an oil field, and he was always rolling in the cash. He would spend frivolously, but then he saved a lot of it too. So hopefully you're doing all right in that aspect. Hopefully you got all your ducks in a row. If we can help you, I can go back and look at my videos. And if you need a video made, if something to help you out, man, we'll definitely we can do it. Town is almost dead here. Yeah. We live in a town where they roll up the sidewalks at night anyways. so they're closed. But it's weird to drive through town and do the AO area observation. And there's no cars, no people, no gas stations, and you really don't even see the police. They're more out on the back roads. We've already had some idiots come from the city. Drove almost an hour to get here from Louisville, Kentucky, to break into a undercover DEA agent's car that they obviously didn't know was a DEA agent. But needless to say, they were apprehended very quickly. So Tony says, literally getting paid to manage a desk.
That's kind of nice.
It's like having a butter bar, Tony. But good for you if you like that. I would go crazy.
Bring in money.
I would. Yep. I'd go crazy being a cake eater, but as a military terminology, there, a cake eater, somebody sits behind a desk and answers the phone. So instead of Das Boot, it should be Das Tony the cake eater. He went from being a ground pounder to a cake eater now. Hyberson has really good couple videos yesterday. Iberian Sun. Okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm not the conspiracy theorist. Like I said, that was our homeboy who was in heaven now. so we need a new conspiracy theorist guy to fill in till we get to the upper room. X-rays from COVID, exactly like the ones that are showing up from the mystery. Well, yeah. So I've long said this since we started having these things. That shit was here. If they knew about it in Japan or China in November, they did not want to not get their TV sold, their toys, all that shit that they had. Like, it would have crushed their economy if they have not been able to send all their stuff over here. Mm-hmm. And if it really is, able to stay alive on packaging and stuff, it got here over the Christmas holiday. You didn't even have to bring the people here. You just bring the shit here.
You brought all the shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody opened up their Corona gift for Christmas.
Right. So now, okay, so if it lasts 2 days and you get it, say like you're a big company, right? And you have a PLC that needs a part, right? Well, you overnight that son of a bitch from China, from Xinjiang, China, to your thing. All right, so there's no time for that virus to die, right? So if somebody's coughing, picking their nose, wiping their ass, and they touch that package, and like, oh, well, send this to, our office in America. Well, then they overnight flight that son of a bitch from China to the United States. Well, who receives that package? They're touching it. They're not doing it. They're going to go to lunch. They're eating their food at lunch. They're putting the shit in their mouth without washing their hands because they don't know. They're nasty. I'm just saying. They don't know that there's a virus all over, right? Mm. So then that person goes and starts infecting 10, 12 people because they're passing around. And then that package goes to the factory. And then the factory, somebody at the factory has to touch it. And then that person touches it. And another person touches it. And by the time it gets to the person to put it on, 20 people in the factory have already probably touched it. And then there you go. That's how it's spread. So if it doesn't stay on the packaging for 5 days or whatever, then maybe not. But if you were out during the holidays, which I had to go because the wife likes to go shopping.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I sit in the car and you can just watch all the Chinese nationals that were here on vacation at the outlet malls, shopping at the big malls, the open air malls. And mysteriously enough, they were wearing masks. But now when I'm putting two and two together, that makes sense. But my wife was sick. She was really bad sick for almost a month. I couldn't breathe for a month. So, yeah, it was just like we probably already had it. But now they're saying you can re-get it. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how many strains are we at now? 4?
8.
Last count? 8?
8. Yeah, 8's what they said yesterday, I believe. I probably won't be working much longer. Real talk. HDP is really good. Yeah, HDP. Yeah, he always has good videos. He's a different perspective than I am, so that's why. She's our pinup girl, says Stan. Yeah, for sure. Tommy, fist bump. Jason says, yes, on the seed bombs, great idea. Yeah, because I don't know how far you have to travel to work or whatever, or if you're not going to work, it's still good just to put the stuff out. And like I was saying, use a certain flower, like a sunflower. They'll pretty much grow anywhere. Use a sunflower, and then that'll be your designation to know that you threw a thing out there, right? So if you grow asparagus or chives or something that's a perennial that'll survive in your area, that first year you'll have a marker there because you used a sunflower or you used some kind of perennial flower would be preferable. But that way you have a marker as you drive down the road. You'll be like, oh yeah, I know I got one there. I know I got one there, so on and so forth. But I try to use perennial stuff. It's called permaculture gardening. But for certain areas, you could use like an Echinacea purpurea, which is the purple cone flower. That's a wild flower. But you could plant your chives, put chive seeds. Not chives, because I think they need light to germinate. So if you put them in a seed bomb, they probably wouldn't work well. They might. But load the seed bomb up with all the seeds, and then put the purple cone flower in there, and then that way, when you know the purple cone flower came up, that's where you threw a seed bomb out. And Echinacea purpurea, which is the purple cone flower, is really good. The root is for cold and flu. They actually use it like they do the elderberry in a lot of places. So, just good to know. Good to know. We could also make survival weapons too. Everybody likes to see baseball bats with nails in them. So we're not just a farming channel. I like Bear Independence terminology. He calls it the militant farmer.
Yeah.
Because you have to protect your crops once you plant them now. So he coined that term. So I'll give him his credit. But yeah, that's exactly right. Like you have to protect the stuff that you grow because now it's going to turn into violence for your food. So
yeah, I see that happening sooner or later. People are getting really antsy being locked up all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they don't have any savings and they don't have any food, you're not going to just sit there and do nothing while your kids go hungry.
Right. And I mean, and they would rather try to come take it and get shot than just be a fucking good human being and plant some seeds. Now, granted, I'm getting a lot of reports from people saying that they can't buy seeds, and there was articles out that said, they can't get seeds. But in reality, all those people that go buy seeds now, like at the Walmart or Home Depot or whatever, they're not farmers, right? Because farmers, we always buy our stuff at the end of the year. So all my seeds come in as they're ready, packaged and stuff, just like bare root plants and stuff. I buy them all in October of the previous year. So in October 2020, providing that God has left me on this green earth, I will be making my orders for next year for 2021. So that way, once they ship, it'll be around the time to put them in the ground. And bare root plants come differently because you can put them in the ground as soon as the ground's workable. And bare root, I mean gooseberry, blackberry, elderberry, any kind of berry, any kind of bare root tree that's not been stuck in the ground or in a container. Because a container potted plant you can plant at any time. A fruit tree or a tree like that's why they're designed. You can plant them anytime. The bare root, if you don't plant the bare root trees, you have to they do what's called healing in. You build a hill, Hill, sound like a fucking weirdo. I can't talk today. So you build a hill and you put them in sideways, and then you cover them up with dirt so that they grow at an angle sideways, right? So that way they won't grow as fast. It stunts their growth. And then you could put them in the fall, because you want to put them in the fall or the spring, because that's the best time for them to grow. Gives them the best chance without a shit ton of water and a lot of extra care. So Missouri is completely shut down, says Tactical Tony. Working hard and hardly working, right? He's the other Irish. Who's the other Irish?
Mm-hmm.
So does that make any sense? The gibberish I just spit out. So if you buy a tree that's in a bag, I know some Tractor Supplies, or that's planted in dirt, you can put it in the ground at any time, because that root ball is already developed. But if you buy a bare root tree, that root system is not developed, so you want to do it in the spring or the fall. There, is that clear? Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Clarity? No, you're looking at me like you're not. No,
it's clear.
Okay. So, anyways, seed bombs. Yeah, make those. That'd be a great thing to do with this. All the stuff that I'm not going to use. So that's what I'll do with this. The Survival Seeds, Premium Heirloom Seed, Survival Essentials. I'll finish up all the extras and make seed bombs out of these. That's a good idea. Thanks, guys and gals. I just thought of that myself, but I'm gonna give it to you guys because Jason from Colorado, he gave me a good idea. See, coffee's done.
Coffee's shutting that down actually.
Hyperion,
son. Careful what I do in the background.
I told you, man.
It's awesome on this thing.
I told you, man. Oh, I can hear the toilet flush and everything, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell the wife to close the door.
I'm also wearing a really super expensive Dolby Atmos headset, so it's for video gaming. But I don't video game, so I get my kids hand-me-downs. My kids get the new things, and then I get the old stuff. So. Or maybe I bought this one for myself. I don't remember. I used to be a big proponent of Gears of War until they went to the whole give you a gay and lesbian flag, and that men are trash, and women are supreme powerful.
I liked 1, 2, and 3. I didn't really care for 4 that much, and 5, it's total trash. I didn't even bother. I did buy 4. That 4 was the one where I was like, wow, this sucks. The story campaign, which I enjoyed more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I'm a story kind of guy. Was like really short and kind of lame. And I was like, I think this might be the last one I buy. And then when 5 came out with all the hype around it, I was like, wow, I'm definitely not buying that one. Screw that. I'm done.
I'm 100% okay with you being you and you doing whatever the fuck it is, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else. But I ask you this question, and I pose this to a lot of fucking retards. If you put, let's say, Holly Holmes, who is a UFC fighter, Golden Gloves boxing, she's a boxing champion, in the UFC ring with Brock Lesnar, how do you think that's going to end?
Right.
How do you think it's going to end? Why? Because he has balls and he has testosterone. Now, women do have testosterone, some, but that's the comparison, right?
Yeah.
But that we're also in the community that thinks that the great equalizer is a pistol, right? So if Holly Holmes versus Brock Lesnar and Holly Holmes has a Desert Eagle 50 cal, that is the great equalizer, right? But you will never, and I have spent many a time with some badass women in the military that could do more pull-ups than most men, that could do better things than most men. But the fact of the matter is, no matter how strong they are, guys have testosterone, right?
Yeah, they have more muscle mass.
You're bigger framed.
We're built different, and if you can't see that, that's on you.
Right. And like I said, I don't care if you want to be a rainbow unicorn, whatever. I identify as a transsexual Nazi Eskimo attack helicopter. So, good.
Well,
So you
the
can't hate
Desert
me.
War was one thing, right? And then that happened to me also. Another game I like to play was the Walking Dead Telltale games. And the first season was great. The second season was The third season was kind of trash. And then the last 2 seasons were all about women power, man. I'm like, I don't need this much politics in my video games, bro.
Right. I just
And
wanted.
now they're bitching. I was a big time Resident Evil fan back. I used to have 1, 2, and 3. Those were my favorite Resident Evils. I never played the newer ones. And now they're remaking them, right? They remade 2 and they remade 3. And right now in the news about the new remake of Resident Evil 3, they're bitching that the main character, Jill, which was the main character in the original, isn't totally, what do you call it, where she can't die. Like, she can die. You can die as Jill. And they're bitching that she's not Superwoman and that she could actually, be weak enough to die in this thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Of all the things. But yeah, that's people's priorities, man. That's why I think this world does need a calling. Because you have
it's happening.
dumbass people that
This is
think that a
happening.
woman character shouldn't be allowed to die in a video game because that's not very nice.
It's happening. It's just the wrong people. The older generations, the ones,
Yeah.
or at least that's what they were saying it was affected. Until we see real numbers,
Well, we've
which
seen
ones?
a couple reports of younger people dying from it. Like, there was a 17-year-old.
Yeah, there was a baby, infant that died. So what is it? Is anybody interested in? Do you want to attract wildlife? So that's a good thing. We should talk about real quickly. Attracting wildlife to your area. So
Food forest, right?
well, the food forest is for you, but the animals can eat it. So if you want to draw game in, you want to check out. Elderberry is just good in general, but the wild turkeys, love elderberry. Like, I could put a trail camera by the elderberry I planted in the back part of the property for the wildlife, and it is like a feeding ground. Now I also plant food plots for the deer, like beets and sugar beets and all that stuff. But yeah, they tear up the elderberry plants down there. It's really nice, really nice. You can just go watch, or you can go get dinner. Stan says that they lifted the travel ban. Yeah, Mr. TB9.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her that. See if she stops doing it.
Riddle Girl lifted her ban.
Right,
China
something.
China lifts the ban on external travel. Wow, they're gonna allow them to go reinfect people. Good job.
Either that or they've already found their cure.
They're coming up through the Mexico border, and then they'll be smuggled in, and we'll all be reinfected with a new virus that escaped from the Level 4 lab in Wuhan. On our poster girl's dirty mask that she used to cover up her dirty parts. God.
It was much of the older generation who pushed this PC culture. Well, I mean, I guess kind of technically, because it didn't start in like colleges with professors and shit. I mean, I don't really even know. I think a lot of it is that we stopped spanking our children and we wanted to be their friends instead of their parents. And we gave them timeouts to think about what they did.
Yeah, you get timed out. You get timed out while you put your knees in a big pile of rice. Mm-hmm. What you talking about, boy? Blah, get over here. Blah, blah.
Talking to Gooks. You're in a timeout, motherfucker.
No, not even that. Like, we used to threaten the kids with that. I'd be like, we're gonna put you in. You're gonna kneel in rice. I'm like, but you know what? The worst thing was go get a switch off the tree. Because they knew their grandmother said if she said that, like, she'd whack them. But if mom and dad said that, oh Lord.
So
But
Stan says yes, it was the hippies. Now, but not all hippies. There was 2 different types of hippies. Apparently, they both loved the grass, but some of them really liked freedom and surviving off the land, and others wanted to save the planet, man. Hug a tree, bruh. So there's definitely 2 different types of hippies. I've met both types, and I was surprised because I thought they were all the Earth. The Earth is good. All the save the planet shit. But no, a lot of them are survivalists now or preppers.
yeah, the whole I get it. If you want to be gay, lesbian, whatever the fuck it is, that's fine. You don't want to get beat up in the streets, right? I get that, but in the same concept, don't push your shit on me through video games because what?
Well, they said all they
I quit
wanted was
playing a $100 video game immediately as soon as I got a gay pride flag as a fucking reward. You are lost your motherfucking mind. I went on there and I cussed them out and son
that's
of
why
a
you gotta
bitch.
watch gaming news before you buy shit like that. That's what
I
did.
watched it. I was the fucking beta tester for the fucking
really?
game. I'm telling you, and my name is not Irish USMC Vet on there, but I beta tested the fucking game. I've been with Gears of War for so many years, since the beginning, and
the shit, bro.
they sent me the game to beta test. All right, so I done all this, but they didn't have none of that bullshit in there. Like you could buy it, you could buy a flag. Or stuff like that. You could buy colorful outfits. You could, they have every holiday now. They have to sell kids stuff. I get it. But when you give me a fucking gay and lesbian pride flag as a achievement reward, yo, fuck you. If I want to go buy it, that's different.
They just always preached back in the 90s and the early 2000s. All they want is to be equal, and they want to be able to get married, and that's all. There is no agenda other than that. And it's bullshit because after they got their right to get married, I mean, it's nonstop. Not only do they want us to know that they're here and queer, but they also want us to educate our children with drag queen story hour, and talking about transgenders to 5-year-olds and shit in school.
Yeah, no.
And whatever you want to be, you can be, whether it be a girl or a boy or whatever. Like, this is indoctrination. This is no longer, I mean, for a long time, it hasn't been, equal rights. It's just, I don't know, maybe this is the way they procreate, right? They can't procreate through sex, so they have to convince other people that they're really not a boy, they're a girl.
And that's what, like, I'm 100% fine with you being gay and lesbian. You know why? Because after a few generations, you motherfuckers are gonna die off because you ain't making no babies. You may be adopting babies, but you still ain't making babies because two pussies don't make a baby. Two dicks don't make a baby. Only 1 and 1, baby. Because you go out in nature, you don't see a male deer banging another male deer. Why? Because there wouldn't be no fucking deer left. But hey, like I said, I don't care. I really don't care. I have a gay uncle. I didn't even know he was gay till I was 30 years old. Yeah. But I don't care. I don't treat him any differently. But he don't come and say, "Hey, do you want to go to the drag show with me?" No, motherfucker, no. He don't, because he's not like that. And he's a very outgoing guy. He was a fucking underwear model for Calvin Klein. All right, so I mean, I don't care. And my 4th great grandmother was a black lady. She's a black Irish lady. But you don't hear me crying about that shit. My family was sold for slaves. I don't give a shit. Just be you. I don't care. As long as you aren't pushing it on me. There was gay guys in the military. But you know what? They didn't say, "Hey, you want to come over and watch gay porn?" But I also known that I wouldn't be like, "Hey, do you want to come over and watch lesbian porn?" Because I know you didn't like chicks. But we can still all get along. Nobody gave a shit.
It shouldn't be your first thing you meet people with. Like, hey, by the way, my name is this, and I'm a queer. Or I'm straight. I don't need to know your sexual preference, bro. No matter what you are, whether you're gay or straight.
Yeah. Like, it's cool. Like, be you. Like, whatever happened, just do you at home. Like Like I don't go out. I don't.
What you do in the sheets, bro.
I don't go. But you know what I'm saying. I don't go out and fucking smack my wife's ass and play with her tits in public. I mean, that's just disrespectful to her.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that if you were gay or lesbian that you'd want to do that to be disrespectful. Like showing affection.
I think they're trying to, as I said before, they are trying to push more of their agenda to get more people. Because I think what was it, like 10% or less were actually homosexual. I think it was less than that even.
But that's disrespectful to your partner.
I know, but that's the way they're procreating, bro. Is they have to get other people to think it's cool. The more people that look in schools now, a lot of people are saying in elementary schools and stuff are coming up bisexual and all this shit. And it's because of the programming, because this is the way they procreate. They have to do that so that they have more numbers, so they have more power, so they can then influence more laws. It's all about the power. The whole gay mafia, that shit ain't fake, bro.
They don't need to make any laws other than they can be married.
Yeah,
that's the only law.
Think so, but
that's the only law you need. Because see, now I get that if you want to be married to a chick or a dude, and you can't get their health insurance, that's stupid. But then the whole marriage license is bullshit, anyways, because you're married under the eyes of God. Then government got involved and wants to charge you to get married. Because you still get married under the eyes of God, right? When they say, I now pronounce you man and wife, or husband and husband, or wife and wife, under God's power. Not the states, not the fucking federal governments, under God's power.
Yeah, I tried to convince the wife of that. She wasn't having it.
What?
That it was just a piece of paper that we're really married anyway?
Well, no. Yeah. You're really married in the eyes of God, and that's the only person that matters.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that piece of paper, your insurance doesn't work for her and hers doesn't work for you. Yeah. No, I get it. Like, but you still, whenever who marries you? A priest, right? Or ordained minister. It's not President Bush doesn't come down and be like, under my power vested by man. No, here's your piece of paper. But they want to charge you for everything. Everything is a tax on you. They want to know what you're doing, where you're doing it, why you're doing it, and how you're doing it. All right, so I'll get off that.
Tommy Boy 9 said, just send me my $1,200. I don't know if you were here before, but if you heard this, but apparently, from what sources I've read, that $1,200 is just a loan against your 2020 tax return that you're going to get anyway. So they're going to give you $1,200 of your tax return, and then when your tax return comes, they'll take that out of it or more. I think it was. So,
yeah, you get $2,000. You get $1,200, and they're going to take $2,000 or something like that. So Jason says the world of tanks is still free of that nonsense, so there's no gay, lesbian, pride flags on there. Stands for the most part, unless you get an asshole who keeps pestering you on your own team. They should turn friendly fire off after a certain point. Oh, on the world of tanks, no rainbow tank skin jet, says Jason. 60% of regret getting transgender. No. 80% of people regret getting their what the hell's that bile making thing? Shit.
Gallbladder.
Yeah, 80% of people regret getting that taken out because they have the screaming shits for the rest of their life. I mean, I don't want anything taken out unless it's a bullet or something. So
anything that's in there naturally, leave it.
Yeah. Just send me my $1,200, says Mr. TB9. Yeah, Mr. TB9. Send me my money too. Send me my money. I need to go put a down payment on a new tractor, or a UTV, or a brand new Jeep truck that I'm not going to be able to pay for because the fucking economy is going to collapse.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. That's sarcasm there. They're using as an excuse to take away parental rights in British Columbia. Oh, if you're gay or lesbian, they're taking away your parental rights?
Mm-hmm. No, I doubt it. I mean, that's the UK or British Columbia. In Canada?
Yeah.
No, I would imagine it's very gay pride up there.
Well, he said they're using it they're using it as an excuse to take away parental rights. If you're gay or lesbian, I think Let's see if he he's gonna post up here. I wouldn't mind installing a larger penis on me. Mr. TV9 needs a pump. Hey, spend your $1,200 on a Hoover vacuum and get an enlargement piece for it. There you go.
Yeah. So if you owe money to them already, most likely you're not going to get anything. And I think we owe them some money. So we don't get tax returns anymore. We haven't for a few years now.
School. Paying back school loans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you have student debt, they'll take that out of your taxes every year. Yeah.
My buddy the cop is like that. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, why don't you care if you get a tax check? He's like, they're just gonna take it from my student loans. I was like, damn.
Exactly.
Like, what kind of?
It's to Phoenix Online, man. Stupidest thing I ever did. Well, probably not the stupidest thing I ever did, but definitely one of the regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, that's one of them, though. The father in BC was not even allowed to talk about it in his own home, as ordered by a judge. He was fighting his daughter having. Oh yeah, that was because he was trying to block the daughter going from a daughter to a son, right? And so he was, him and the wife were split. The wife wanted to have a transgendered kid, and the kid was like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally for it," but it was like a really young child or whatever, and the dad was against it. And I believe that dad got ruled against because, the kid should be able to identify however. So now they're doing hormone treatments on the kid, and I think the kid's under 10, so like young, so fucks them up for the rest of their fucking life, kind of thing. Hormone treatments, and the dad lost. Now they're forcing this kid to have the hormone treatments because of the mother.
But I can't go and get human growth hormone and steroids to get fucking swole. How stupid is that?
Self-identify as something that would need that, I guess.
I mean, the only way you can get human growth hormone is if you have HIV, and you can get steroids if you're a celebrity or a bodybuilder. But if you get it anywhere else, it's illegal and you get arrested for it. Yeah. I mean, and then it's probably illegal for them. They just beat the.
It should be illegal for bodybuilders. I think it is illegal for bodybuilders too, but nobody.
There's no way to go pro without doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way. You cannot put on that much muscle mass. And anyone that tells you that you can is a fucking liar. Because I know 100-pound guys that are 225 pounds today because they use steroids. Now, I can't get that big, and I work out 6 days a week, and I eat clean, and I eat all the right shit. I take all the supplements, and I can't get that big. I'm strong as an ox, but I can't get that big. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to your doctor and ask them, they'll tell you that you have to have HIV to get human growth hormone, and they won't give you steroids unless you're, and then it's a big deal if they do give you steroids because you got to go to what the hell is that called? Shit, I forgot. There's a whole big mess that you have to go through. It's just dumb as fuck. Mm-hmm. And then they're not even giving you anabolic steroids. They're giving you some fucking kind of roll-on or something stupid.
Yeah.
The father in British Columbia wasn't even allowed. Okay, already covered that. So, yeah. Good morning, all. Says Walter Davis. Good morning, sir. Good morning, says HVS. Good morning, sir. Same with pro sports. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to use it, but now they have chick dudes, and those chick dudes are participating in female sports and dominating female sports.
Yeah.
Because they want to. Anybody can go get a breast implant put on.
Did you see the South Park episode where they covered that?
No.
Oh,
I love South Park.
Dude, you gotta check it out. So basically, this girl is this athlete. She's all excited. She's gonna win the gold medal at this sporting event. She just knows that this is her year. And then some guy who's transgender, or they are starting to interview her, like, "Hey, did you know there's a transgender competing here today? How does that make you feel?" She's like, "Oh, I'm very proud that I'm going to be competing with a transgender because all these reasons and stuff." And then he comes out and it's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, God! Oh yeah.
Yeah. and he's beating these women like senseless and all the sports, and it's just really South Park style of beating these women. And then it's revealed later on that this is her ex-boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing this to get back at her. And of course, he's not transgender. He just says he's identifying as that. It's a great episode of South Park. Definitely check it out. It's recent.
Yeah, South Park is awesome. I love them.
Yeah,
they're politically incorrect,
episode.
and you can't ask for anything better. Walter Davis said his son went pro without it, busted himself up, but he did it. I just cannot get the mass. I mean, I could bench over 350 pounds, but I just can't, like, the mass. To put on that much lean muscle without it is, phenomenal. And hey, more power to him if he done it. I know a lot of guys that have tried to go pro, IFBB or whatever, try to go pro, and they just couldn't compete, so they dropped out of it, or they started using steroids. So,
I mean, even the division where there's no steroids, the all natural division, I still think there's a few people there that maybe not be all natural. I know they're getting tested a lot more, but Lance Armstrong got tested a lot too.
Yeah. Probably didn't last anywhere near as long as the ones who did. Yeah. I mean, I think my opinion on it, like, I wouldn't want to use steroids or growth whenever I was younger, because I was, younger. But now, like, once you get in your 40s, late 30s, 40s, man, I mean, why not? What can it do? If you're working out and you're not just using it to be a musclehead, if you need it to work out, like, do it. Shit. I mean, I think that's what it should be. But then again, I also think that they should do away with all drug laws, because it's a bogus shit.
Exactly.
And if God will sort it out real quick. If you let the drugs flow free.
What you do to your body is your thing, man. As long as you're not affecting me, as long as you're not coming stealing money from me or getting in a car high and driving into somebody. If you want to do that in your own time, you want to kill yourself, all power to you, bro. We allow you to smoke. We allow you to drink. We try to get rid of drinking, but that didn't turn out well because people were like, fuck you, government. And people are saying fuck you to government with the drugs too. So you do you, man. As long as it's not affecting anybody else, I'm fucking cool with it, man. Put your dick in whatever hole you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else and the other person is a willing participant. Fine by me.
Liberty not licensed. Welcome. Your disease does not find traction within a noisy political group. Sir, by the way, if you're willing to spend enough money to go to the anti-aging clinic, you can buy whatever you're willing to pay for. Oh, and where's that at? Because I mean, I want to go. I want to get some. I'd love to have some growth hormone, man. I think there's a lot of good benefits to using that. So, like I said, I wouldn't have used it back in the day when I was younger. Plenty of places to buy steroids. I would not recommend it. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I don't want to buy it from, like, if I want to buy it, I want to buy it from my pharmacy. I don't want to buy it from my street pharmacist. Because I know how they do it. I know how they do it. They put it in grapeseed oil. They put the test, because in Europe, and this is back in the day, you used to be able to walk in and buy it. You could walk into a pharmacy and buy it without a prescription. So, yeah, I know I know there's places you can buy it. And I know the cycling and stack. Yeah, I've done so much research on it. I've never used it. Never tried to, because it's illegal. I don't want to go to federal prison for fucking buying something that I'm going to stick in me.
Yeah, if I'm going to go to federal prison, bro, I'm going to go for something really fun.
Yeah. Like I want to have a cargo plane, like a C-130 full of cocaine. And a bunch of dead hookers in the back of it.
Your own kind of chemtrail.
Yeah.
just
flying over, just dumping cocaine out the fucking. Woo! Yeah, that'd be great. Tijuana says Stan. Yeah, I still have reservations about buying stuff in Mexico. I know you can, but then you get busted across the border unless you want to fucking keister it, and I'm not keistering it. Walter Davis, he was pressing 500 and squatting 750. Damn, Walter. Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. My buddy, he still competes, but I'm sure he uses. I know he has to use because he's not always cut up real big, but he's fucking huge. And he's a respiratory therapist, which is so funny because like you go in, I go in and see him, and he's like a respiratory therapist. He's wearing scrubs, and I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, he's sweating, and it's like air conditioned, fucking 60 degrees, and I'm like, bro. He's like, oh, but whenever he cuts, he gets all cut up and looks like a chiseled out of granite. He started in 7th grade and quit after college. Okay. Damn, he was bench pressing 500 in college. I mean, I work out with 350 bench right now. I mean, it's not my 1 rep max, but that's good for a man over 40. And huh?
Right.
No spot, no nothing. I do it all on my own. Sometimes I have to dump the weights because my kid can't even lift the damn shit up off of me. But get up to the 10 rep range and it starts sucking shit. You can't get it off your chest after you drop it that time. Delaware Patriot, howdy boys. How are you doing today out there, Delaware? Anything new to report out your way? Did you go get those 4 cases of beer you were talking about the other day on the live chat? Or was all the beer gone? Side effects? You have to cycle it. You have to do 1 or 2 cycles, depending on who you listen to, who you read, and then you have to take estrogen so it doesn't affect your balls. It's a whole big mess. Cancer and other bad things, brother. Seriously, be careful. I'm not taking it. I mean, like I would like to, but yeah, I'm not going to. It's just interesting. Like the human growth hormone is really what I'm interested in.
Thing is, though, you should be free. In a free country, you should be free to do whatever you want to your own body.
Yeah.
We're allowing people to have sexual surgeries. We're allowing people to self-identify as shit. You see Michael Jackson and that one cat lady who's trying to be a cat.
Yeah.
With her face. We allow that.
But this is something that's been going on for many millennia. Like people have been trying to enhance their health. It's not like some far-fetched, like I want to turn my wang into a female genitalia part. Like, nah.
Have you seen like the people who split their penis in half like a fucking overcooked hot dog? I'm like,
bro, how do you go to the bathroom? Is it like a lawn sprinkler?
Yeah, I mean, it's seriously like if you cut a hot dog lengthwise and
for what?
Like that.
For what?
Like why? I don't even understand why somebody would do it. First of all, second of all, we allow that shit.
Is it so you can do 2? I guess.
I don't even know how that works. I don't even want to know how that works, dude. I've not researched it. I just saw a picture by accident one time. And
by accident? Oh Lord! Is that called the Stinger shocker? Like, bloop.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how that would work. I don't want to see it erect. I didn't want to see it not erect. I didn't want to see it at all. Bro, I'm guessing you have to tie that shit up with a rubber band in order to do anything with it.
Now I've seen people with split tongues and stuff like that. That would be that'd be interesting, right? But like splitting the no.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't. Do not search that, people in the chat. Do not search that.
You will not regret.
No, don't.
Google it.
Don't. No, you will regret it. That's one of those things you can't unsee.
On chat and show it.
It's a bad idea on the steroids, but it'll pack on muscle. Yeah, I like the human growth hormone aspect of it because it's supposed to help heal old injuries. It's not going to take the pain away, but that's what the research I said. But it keeps HIV patients alive,
right.
So their autoimmune disorder doesn't kill them. So like that's the aspect I was looking at. It's maybe not the fountain of youth, but
you know what else is interesting? They found out that nicotine helps against Alzheimer's, and that people that smoke for a long time in their life usually don't develop it. And it's like one of the treatments for Alzheimer's is nicotine. I think they call it something else, and it's not, here's a cigarette. It's in a pill or whatever. But I found that very interesting too. I don't think they'd ever let that get out. That nicotine might actually help.
Right.
With Alzheimer's.
Walter says, Stan, yep, anyone who doesn't believe in roid rage should check out the cops in New Jersey. Yeah, I mean, how the fuck are the cops getting it and you can't just walk? I mean,
Oh, the cops can get whatever the fuck they want.
yeah,
They're the
I
cops,
know,
bro.
I know, but they're supposed to protect and serve. And
Oh
you,
yeah, but they're not legally
all right,
allowed
let's
to.
not get off on the cop tangent today. There, Stinger.
Oh man, we're gonna get on a tangent here.
Not many, but there's a few. Yeah, you could definitely. I don't know. You can't buy illegal. You can't buy illegal drugs at a pharmacy. Oh, in Europe, yeah, you can buy anything you want to. I don't know about there, but you can go pay a pharmacist in Tijuana, like Stan or Walter was saying, and get him. It's the part about getting it back across the border that you don't want to get caught with it. Boys were huge at a Catholic high school there. Football team is always winning. Wonder why. Yeah, I mean, you could bulk up. See, the only problem with steroids is, in my opinion, is I've known a lot of people on them. I've never taken them. But they tear their tendons real easy. So that's why I want the human growth hormone stuff. But Delaware Patriot says, yes, made a provision run yesterday. Still had a case packed. Picked up 2 more. The other accoutrements to include 100 rounds of 410 slugs. Holy shit! Yeah, 410 slug is like, yeah, they're devastating. They're devastating. I mean, I've shot deer with them, so like, if it'll take down a deer with 1 slug, it's definitely devastating. 100 rounds. Damn, were they on sale? Because usually you can only buy them in boxes of 5, or maybe 25. I've maybe seen them 25 one time. Let's see, HVS. What the hell are we looking at? I seen pink and green. I don't even want to know. Are you taking pictures of split penises again?
No, you saw my vaping batteries that I still have for some reason. I figure if I ever get a flashlight that takes 18650s, I'm gonna be golden because I got a shit ton of 18650s from
Hell yeah.
my days vaping.
HVS says he stopped bench pressing after open heart surgery, cutting sternum in half, put a crimp on the bench press routines, quit entirely. 2 months for the bone to heal, but now I wouldn't trust 300-pound. Yeah, shit, I don't know. My sternum was broken half, and I still bench press, but it's been many moons ago. Tactical Tony got like no good news. You got good news. You got a job, and you're sitting in there chilling.
And he got him some silver if you all the way at the bottom.
Looking at your free porn hub at work. Nobody's there to check on you. So nicotine is natural in many plants. Yeah, tomato plants.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And in fact, tomato plants, nicotine is what vape is usually made out of. Now, there are some companies that use different things, and some actually do use tobacco, especially the tobacco-flavored vapes out there. Will sometimes use actual tobacco, but most of them use plant-based nicotine, other than tobacco.
Let's see. It's not your own body. In this country's opinion, witness prohibitions against drug use and suicide. Likely soon force COVID-19. Yeah, well, they can suck shit because I ain't getting a forced COVID vaccine.
They're actually projecting that the vaccine might kill more people than the COVID did itself.
Now instead of the bench press, I get trigger happy. I use bands. I'm doing the Jim Stepani's band workout right now. I have access to a gym because I have a home gym that I acquired over many years, buying stuff at yard sales and stuff like that. But I have a home gym. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen some of that. Been in exercise, my beer arm. Hell yeah, Tony. Same here. I don't drink a lot, but I drink occasionally. And a whiskey wrist. Oh, God, I know Bushmills is the shit. Like, I have a year's supply of Bushmills. Fuck toilet paper. There's a dude from Arizona that runs a pawn shop. Got me some silver. Hell yeah. Good job. Tony's going to be stacked up. I talked to the wife, and I told her I was going to get a gold grill. I'm going to get all my teeth filled with gold after the apocalypse, so that way I'll have my investment on my body. Okay. And then when you die, they can't.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Take out my take out my handy dandy Leatherman that I have in my pocket here, and be like, "How much is that?" "Sure." "Yeah, let me get that quarter ounce out of my jaw." There you go. There you go.
Right.
Local hardware store sells ammo. It was slim pickings last week. Hold on, click over here on this. Last few weeks, but they're slightly overpriced. A $5.99 a box. But I
went to, it was a few days back now. I went to Sportsman's Warehouse around here. Was hoping to get some powder or some primers. They had a little bit of powder, but absolutely no primer. Well, they didn't have the primers I was looking for. They had large rifle primers, but I'm not doing that. I need small rifle primers because I only have like 150 of them. I didn't realize I only had 150 until I went through my shit. I'm like, oh crap, I am really low on components right now.
So was the boxes for $5.99, were they the 25 slugs or just the 5-pack of slugs? Because I know they make a 410 25 pack, but I haven't seen it in quite a few years. Liberty Not Licensed says Viking Alternative Medicine is but one clinic. I know that it's prescribing HGH for some of their TRT patients. If you're really looking, and an existing or prospective TRT patient. What's TRT? Sorry, don't know that acronym. I may know it, but it's just not registering right now. Sorry. I would probably have paid more online. Yeah, I try to get it in person. There's several places. If you just cruise the back roads, you'll run into like we went to an IGA the other day because we knew they had a. We got intel from another Jarhead family that they were getting hamburger, right, and it was unlimited. And my wife loves to make things with hamburger, whether it's Mexican pizzas or meatloaf or whatever. So we got the down low, and so we went and scored 10 pounds of hamburger. But yeah, anyways, the point I was getting with that is they had Sierra match grade 300 Win Mag, 200s, 270s. Shit, they had a whole bunch of ammo sitting on the shelf at the checkout at a grocery store, right? 25% off.
Wow.
I was like, damn, I'm so happy I shopped here.
Right.
Oh, testosterone replacement therapy. Okay, thank you, Stan.
Now, I was on testosterone replacement therapy for a while. That's just because naturally growing up, I didn't produce enough. Like if there was ever a good excuse for somebody being transgendered, I probably had it as a child because I was not producing more testosterone than a 13-year-old child for quite a while.
He has cross-dressed. I witnessed it.
Oh yeah, well that is true. I mean, I dabble
on a live video. On a live video. On a live video. Oh shit.
But yeah, I was on it for a while. I was like, you know what though, it's not. They said I didn't really want to, but they're like, well, it's going to help you lose weight because your body right now is producing all these other hormones and it's all out of whack. And once you get it all aligned and your chi is correct, then you should be able to lose the weight. And I did it for probably 2 years, and it just didn't seem like it had much effect. Probably because I wasn't dieting though either. I don't know. But I got off of that. I don't know if I want to do it anymore or not. But I don't like the thought of it because, people that do hormone replacement therapy, usually there's a lot of bad shit that can happen with that.
So if I go into my doctor and tell them I'm a girl trying to transition to a guy, will they give it to me?
I don't think they'll buy that.
Well, you can't check me.
Not with that beard, bro.
That's from eating cow balls. I've just been eating cow balls trying to get my testosterone because they won't give it to me naturally.
Oh, I'm not eating cow balls. Fuck that.
I'm not either. My buddy's like, oh, you want some mountain oysters? And I knew what the hell they were. I grew up in the South, and he's like, hey, man, he goes, I cooked all these mountain oysters. And I was like, well, have fun eating them. He's like, oh, I love them. I love them. I'm like, yep, have fun eating them. I'm not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
People think you like
a wife's bra on your head. I don't think I've done that, bro. Like I could get my head in one of the cups. I'd need a wife with smaller boobs to make that work correctly. Because if I put it on, seriously, it'd be earmuffs. Also,
MK677 works well. to increase endogenous GH production and is still legal and available without prescription. You won't be told that, however, that it's contradicted in blood sugar regular patients. So I'll write that down. Sup? Okay. I'll write that down. MK677. Is that just a supplement? And do I have to inject it? Because I don't want to inject it.
Right. Dude, when I was on the testosterone replacement, that is the biggest needle I ever fucking saw coming at me. And it has to go right in the butt. So I can't give it to myself. I have to have the wife do it. Oh, and sometimes she would miss.
Miss?
Every week. Yeah. There's like a sweet spot on your ass that doesn't
Yeah.
hurt so bad.
Yeah, so I'll explain that to you. So in NBC or CBRN, you quadrant your ass cheek into 4 sections, right? And you want to hit the upper right-hand most quadrant of your ass cheek. Otherwise, you hit the sciatic nerve and possibly cause damage. Only with an auto-injector.
She was a little bit high. It was more in my back than in my butt.
All right.
A couple times. Not always. But every once in a while, she'd miss it a little bit. She never got my sciatic, but, you know, sometimes it hurts more. And I swear to God, the needle, it has to get in the muscle in your butt, right? So the needle's like this fucking long.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like
an
auto-injector.
A really thick gauge.
14 gauge ventilation.
It's a big gauge needle, bro. And I didn't ever like shots, ever, right? So I did that for 2 years. One shot, what was it? One shot every 2 weeks. Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah, that'll work, Stan. That'll work. Hey, just don't wear a Marine uniform. Don't wear, like, if you wear camis out, like, they busted some people in California a year or two ago. They do it all the time. But the illegals will come across, go to the surplus store and get military outfits. And they'll have their name badges and all the stuff on it, but they're wearing them out in town. Well, they're so stupid to know that Marines don't wear camis out in civilian world, period. So
Army does,
if you get caught, Army does, but the Marines are not allowed to. You're not allowed to wear flight gear. You're only allowed to wear dress uniforms out. So. So yeah, don't get a you can identify as a U.S. citizen. Sure. There's also protein peptides available that will produce the results that you're looking for. I suggest you keep researching before opting to go for exogenous GH. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're live. You want to get in? You want to get in? No. Poison Stinger's been talking about people splitting their penises in half and they still work. I don't like. It's been.
I don't know if they work, bro. I have no idea. I'm sure they can go to the bathroom with it, but
we went from
that, I have no idea.
We went from Delaware Patriot bought fucking 100 slugs. Yeah, we're going everywhere off the border here. Transgender. Well, everything's been talked about today, I think.
Yeah,
a little bit of farming, but a lot of other off the chain shit. And we talked about the virus too, I guess. Oh, I showed him your picture you sent me. That's going to be our poster girl now
for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's our thumbnail for tomorrow's video. That was awesome. But we're curious. You have the picture of the backside because some of the older guys wanted to know if she was wearing a thong or if her back hole was protected. Since all the other holes were protected. Yeah, the back hole has to be covered in order to not get any virus in your butthole.
I mean, you don't want to get coronavirus up the butt, bro.
You don't want anything up the butt. That's disgusting. No. MK667 is an oral growth hormone. Are you an epidemiologist or are you just really into typically 23 minutes? I do my ZMA before bedtime after not eating for at least an hour. So I don't know if that would coincide with that or probably not because you're not supposed to take ZMA without. 677. Okay. I'll look at it. I mean, nothing else. It's information.
Right.
When I get time. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you're not supposed to eat with, or you're supposed to eat with, and some of the articles you can find on bodybuilding.com, or search in the websites. But Jim, I always go to Jim because he's the no nonsense kind of guy with stuff like that. So.
Let me see the car keys.
Say again. They're unlocked.
Mr. Tommy, what did your mail come yet?
He's probably just listening. I don't know how far.
Well, he says, "Okay, I'm about ready for a nap."
Oh, he's ready for his nap.
Yeah, Liberty, but not licensed. Yeah, it's also said, but if you really want to cut and or heal, you're going to have to get comfortable pinning. I don't
Pinning.
know what pinning means. Oh, you mean like shots?
Did you see our case count?
173 total deaths in Indiana. 5,507. What was that up from yesterday? Total tests is 28,764 in Indiana. How much is that up from yesterday, though?
500 at least.
500
maybe
positive cases?
I think so, yeah.
And there's the article that says, yes, you are deficient in zinc.
Yeah.
So, I post that up. Everybody already probably knows you can go find your last frost dates. Mail just came. My FedEx driver, for my 10 grams, I checked tracking, and now they say tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of places are doing that. I sent out packages the other day. I have to go send some today. But they came back, and it was all red thing because of COVID-19. They weren't delivering to that area, but then they delivered it the next day. So I don't understand that. But that was in Michigan. Stan said I got my electric bill, though. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is going to be bad, man. This is going to be real bad for the American people. Everybody's going to be getting all these bills. And a lot of people, I mean, at least 30%, don't have a job, don't have any income.
I got
Even
a letter.
If they do have savings, that's going to run out sooner or later.
I got the letter from the senator from Indiana. And it states all your stuff won't be shut off. Any not even critical infrastructure, even internet won't be shut off during the pandemic. But you're going to have to pay $10,000 and possibly
when all this shit's over and they can finally charge you or cut you off.
Yeah,
the rent is due. What are you going to do to pay it? Because it's going to be a lot, and I doubt they're going to. I mean, some of them might have payment plans. But not all of them.
Costco's lined up around the block in the north location in Canada, Stan says. Liberty not licensed says father was an MD, mother's an RN, and I'm in a medical malpractice. My wife is a nurse and as is one of our daughter-in-laws, and both of our sons are medical school. Not that I know much.
Whole damn families in the medical field. Holy crap.
Say again?
From yesterday till today, we had 534 new cases.
So from yesterday to today in Indiana, we have 534 new positive cases.
That you know of. Yeah.
Yeah, that they've been tested, yeah.
Which isn't the testing still kind of hit or miss? I mean, doesn't it still have a false positive percentage that's pretty high?
I don't know because he keeps saying different things with the test kits and stuff. Say again? Are the test kits are they good now, or are they still having false positives?
I heard that they're good.
I know they're still asking for medical supplies, masks and gowns and face coverings and all that stuff. So, well, that's good. We now have the official attorney for the channel. Liberty not licensed. So free advertising there. We have an attorney. Always good to have an attorney on your side. It's sad that you're not a constitutional attorney. But hey, we'll take any attorney, right? We'll take any attorney. No, I'm just messing with you. Yeah. So Stan, I'm glad I'm ordering online from Costco and don't have to get into the damn line. Yeah, see, that's a good feature. Sam's Club used to allow you to do that. I don't know if you have a Sam's Club up there. But owning a business, I used to be able to do that, right? But now they're not allowing you. You can only buy one item of each. When I employed, I think I had 14 men and women back in the day. Like I could just order it and have one of them go pick it up. I don't have a large business like that anymore. We've downsized a lot and moved. So I don't do that anymore. But I can't place my order for my 5 box of nitro gloves anymore, or my case of whatever, because they won't honor it now. I used to have a soda machine and a game room for the employees and stuff, and it was all free for the employees. But like if I still had that, I couldn't stock that because they won't allow me to buy it. You can buy 1 case of water. We used to have cookouts for the employees and stuff, so like you couldn't do that stuff now. I'm still a business member because I still own a business, but I still pay the business membership, but I can't have the business membership luxuries like I used to because they've shut it all down. You can't buy anything. And that's 22 years of doing business with them, and I can't buy the stuff that I would normally buy and have it picked up now because of the whole limit thing. So total bullshit. I pay you for the privileges to come in an hour early or to fax my order over, and I can't get it fulfilled because of this. I think the guy with the boot on his head. Did I read? I think the guy with the boot that the Rents 2 High Party 2020 might be in his year. The boot on his head. Maybe he's talking about the presidential election.
That's some coded message, man. The blue seagulls fly east for the summer.
You didn't send us that secure message to let us know what that means. Like the sky is red in the north, which in translation means get your ass home because we're stuff's going downhill. Stan says medical attorney talk about ambulance chaser, laugh my ass off. Just kidding. Now we're gonna pick on license, not Liberty, not license.
A little bit.
No, not practicing. My brother's pastoral ministry now. Okay.
That's cool.
But hey, you got a good knowledge. I mean, we don't have an attorney in the family. I got a doctor's, nurse, police, military. I don't think we have an attorney. Yeah, we have an attorney, but they live in Florida.
Yes,
and one in Chicago, maybe. My wife has. Yeah, that's my wife's side of the family, though.
Right.
Hillary is pissy. Trump might suspend the election. Hillary is never going to get voted in.
I don't think
they need to put her in prison.
Yeah, really, for sure. I don't think that's ever going to happen because he can talk all he wants, but they're protected, and I think he's even okay with it. I think his talk is just talk. I don't think he ever intended to do anything with that because he's just a bunch of talk.
He don't want to end up dead. I mean, the first president, he wouldn't be the first president to end up dead for messing with him, but I'm not saying that JFK was taken out by the Clintons. Well, we would have to go into martial law for that to happen. Yeah. Because that suspends the Constitution and elections.
There's definitely going to be some protocol to go to the polls and vote, and they're really going to push the online voting or at home voting, the early ballots or whatever. They're going to push that hard. But I don't see him doing it because I know that he would get so much shit, even if we're pushing it back, let alone, suspending it. So
we all live in Florida after we retire. No, I will not live in Florida.
That's where all the problem children live. No.
I will not live in
Walter
Florida.
Davis is clarifying his comment. Hold up.
The guy who runs for presidency every 4 years wears a boot on his head. His party is the rent's too high. I think he's from Maine. Every election, he gets in on the network. Yeah, there was a guy that ran for president a couple years ago. He changed his name to D's Nuts, and he ran for he either ran for Congress or senator or president. But he changed his name in the court to D's Nuts.
One of the crazy parties that always runs for the presidency is the Procrastination Party, but they always put in for it after the election's already over.
Okay, and the guy's name is
joke, but it's
the guy's name is Vermin Supreme. Stan says. Oh, there's all kinds of fruitcakes. Wow.
It takes all kinds. Man. That's not even the weirdest thing we've talked about today.
Yeah. You talked about, not me.
Man, shut up, man. I'll talk about weird shit all the time. I have no censor.
Yeah, what do you bro, do search garden stuff. Don't search split penises that blow up in the microwave.
I didn't search for that, bro. I don't even remember what I was searching, to be honest. It was a while ago. But that's something that stays with you once you've seen it. You know, you never unsee it.
Yeah.
I'll text you later.
No, I'm not opening any links from you ever again. My brother-in-law is like that. Like, I will not, if he sends me a link, I will not open it because it's always some fucked up shit that you do not want to see. And I'm like, bro,
I never send you fucked up shit that you don't
No, but my brother-in-law does. He,
Yeah.
if you ever get a text message from him, don't ever open it. His name is Dick in my phone for a reason because he's a dick.
All right. Well, maybe you could get him back by sharing the one I'll send to you.
I don't even want to. He's texting and calling. He's like, hey, what should I do about these beets? How do I plant these beets and stuff now? Like, he's legit, like, worried. So, and it's not like for him to be worried, you know. Right. Usually he send you dumb stuff like a chick with 3 nipples or a dude with 2 dicks. And I'm like, bro, what? Stop sending me that shit. It's not funny. I took time out of my day, and now it's wasted. I wasted 30 seconds to open a link that you sent me that is disgusting. Thanks. And he's like 48 years old. I'm like, bro, you're still sending dumb shit at 48. Hey, oh God.
I'm what, 45 now? I still like dumb shit. I'm just as immature as I ever was.
Yeah, I get it.
If I grow up and get serious, fucking shoot me because I'm dead inside. You gotta have fun in life.
Yeah, but that's sick. That's not fun.
It's sick if I do it, but it's not sick if I see it.
Yeah. I don't know.
My body. I ain't gonna do that to my wiener.
Special.
Right?
Dick is special. Like, I swear, his name is Dick in my phone for a reason. Because he's a dick. He sends dumb stuff. All right, well, looks like we're at the 2.5 hour mark. We got about 8 minutes left, 7 minutes. Go ahead and throw your comments over there, so we can wrap this up for the day.
Let's put up a poll. How many people want a picture of the thing that I've been describing?
Split dick. Who wants a picture of split dick? I don't. Yeah. I'll go on record and say that I'm the first one to say no. Okay. And if you get a link from Poison Stinger in your email or phone, text message, do not open it. Sounds like. Send it to Tony. Tony will like it. Tony will share it along.
I might send it to Bobby Paradise just for fun.
And Bobby would like it. Bobby probably sells a condom that'll fit that. At Pleasure Paradise or whatever his burlesque site is.
All right.
I think this chat's froze up. I don't know.
Might be. No, there it goes. Walter Davis will pass. Stan's thumbs down. So, yeah, the vote's not going so well on that one. Walter Davis says, Stan, you're right. Mr. Tommy Boy 9, I pushed a few more cigs waiting for the end. Dude, I miss smoking so bad.
But you love the money savings, right?
I do. But, you know, it was funny because when we first stopped smoking and switched over to vaping, I'm thinking, okay, at the time, vaping was cheaper. Vaping is not really that much cheaper anymore because shit's more expensive. But at the time, it was. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to be saving like $60, $50 a week at least. I can put that towards something else. But when that happened, no. Somehow, without gaining any more bills that I know of, we still didn't have that extra money. It just disappeared. I never could find that extra money that we were saving. And the same thing happened when we quit vaping too. It's like we should be, you know, $100 a week more, but for some reason at the end of the week we're still, you know, short. So I don't know, mysterious. But now my truck payment's going to be done. I'm going to have that thing paid off. So that's
that will disappear.
Yeah, that'll be $350 a month. It's going to be gone, and I won't know where it went.
The wife will be rat holing it to buy you another
probably, right?
$20,000 gun.
Hey, you wish you had a wife that'd buy you a 45 on your 45th.
Oh, she would. She would. She buys great.
I'm a lucky guy.
She buys great gifts.
That's cool.
Yeah, she is the one that would go out and spend the money on a $1,600 AR-15. As where I will search the internet high and low to get a $200 $200 one. You know.
I mean, I love building them, and I would love to build a cheap one. I plan on building a cheap one eventually, and all my builds have been cheap builds at the start. But they all go off the rails quickly.
So Kansas City coronavirus article that I posted up there is about truckers are saying they're warning about the supply chain is in jeopardy, and there's confusion about the show. If you guys want to check that out, I highly suggest you check out the Drudge Report, drudgereport.com if you don't. If nothing else, it's a good place to find articles that you won't find anywhere else. And you can do your own research on that. So I suggest InfoWars. Alex is a crazy dude. He's been right about a lot of stuff. But I also tell you to check the links. Don't believe what he says or listen to him because he's crazy. And not crazy in the padded cell kind of crazy, but he's definitely out there. He's definitely a showman. So, but it's news.com. If you want to check out that, is always a good place. That's where I pull a lot of articles from.
Yeah.
It probably won't allow me to post it over here, but I'm going to try. Oh, nope. It's going to tell me no. You can't. Oh, no, allow me to post it. Mr. TV9 says I just get my news from here. Well, thank you. That's where I pull most of my articles from. I like to check all the news sources, but that's a good place to check stuff. The health protocol that scrolls across the bottom of the screen is just good health for anybody. So do your research on all those vitamins and minerals. I buy from Jim Stepani, from Jim GNC and bodybuilding.com. I'm sure there's more, so check it out. It's just good for your body. So, the body and mind is what you want to keep strong and healthy. So don't panic. Yes, the Yeti is real. Yes, the aliens are real. And so are transgender Nazi Eskimos. So I don't know what the stingers over there talking about, but he's heavily in thought. He's probably, planning his next $1 million gun build, and we're going to find out in about 2. Are you going to build an all gold AK-47 now with your new $350 extra a month from the truck payment being gone?
Dude, I wouldn't do it myself, but I have been thinking about getting a nickel plating machine because I've been trying to nickel plate that Star Model B. I really want to get that done, and it's really sucky that the law went into place for the environment. You can nickel plate it, but they have to have special licensing and special disposal, and it costs you like $1,000 where it used to cost you $150. So
right.
I might still do it though. I might still, if I can find a place that would do it for $1,000, I might still do it because, I mean, what's the whole point of me buying the Star Model B was to get it chrome plated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I might do that. As far as a gold AK, I have thought about it because there's this company out in California that gold plates stuff. It's not real. Well, yeah, it's not real gold. It looks gold, but it holds up better than if it was gold plated. Because if you gold plate an AK with like actual gold, it's gonna wear off real fucking quick. And so this is like titanium nitride or something like that. But it's like $1,000 to have that whole process done. But they're the company in California that actually does all the plating for Desert Eagles. So the gold plating that's on a Desert Eagle is titanium nitride. And it's that company that I'm looking into that does the Desert Eagle. So I'd be pretty happy with that. And my underfolder would look sexy as hell, all golded out. And I got the, the really nice Bakelite furniture and shit. Yeah, that would look real pretty.
I'm waiting for Cerakote to come out with it because they're starting to come out with some fruity, some very, very nice colors. So
yeah, have you checked out Gun Candy? The
no, are
Cerakote
they?
That's a company. If you go and you search Gun Candy, Gun Candy Cerakote, it's a company who's making Cerakote that's kind of like pearlescent.
Yeah. I think Cerakote actually makes that. The wife wants her rifle to be done like that. It's like prismatic.
My
they make
wife is doing
prismatics.
a lot of Gun Candy on her build right now.
Does it come with a camel? Says Stan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now would be a good time for little businesses. Or, hey, I'll throw this out there. If you guys have stuff to sell it now. Like on Macari, it's an app you can download and sell stuff on there. They're kind of douchey if you sell gun parts. They're consistently taking stuff off for some people and not for others. I sold survival kits on there, like legit survival kits. I sent one to Poison Stinger. He probably doesn't have it by him, but he could show it to you. It has legit stuff in it. But they took it off because they said the current pandemic situation, I can't sell them. So, but
God forbid you actually sell something that might be beneficial to somebody.
Yeah, it's really nice kid. But anyways, yeah, they're being douchey about it. But if you have stuff laying around that you want to get rid of, it's like the virtual yard sale website. So get on there and sell it.
What eBay used to be.
Yeah. They charge you a flat 10% rate across the board if you don't want to open your own website. Stan says, I gold plate anything. I want a gold plated Colt 45. Yeah, I mean, they're just cool. You couldn't put it in a Kydex holster because it'd be all scratched to shit. But if you just had a wall that you could hang all your gold plated firearms on, that'd be dope.
Well, I don't know, man. That gold plating place I talked about in California, that the safety on an AK, how it scratches, it don't scratch on a gold plated AK, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that it would hold up because, as I said, it's the same stuff on a Desert Eagle. And Desert Eagle, never had a Desert Eagle, so I couldn't tell you how that holds up in a holster. But I would imagine it's pretty good. For me, I do have that Dan Wesson 1911. For those who haven't seen the video, because I only had the one video showing it. I do plan on making another video soon about the Dan Wesson that I have. I fucking love that gun. But it's got a couple scratches on it that are really, just irritating the hell out of me. But I don't think I'd want to gold plate that because I like the whole stainless look. But a gold 1911, yeah, that might be cool.
Anything gold is cool.
Yeah.
It just makes the badass level.
It's your
just go
pimp
up.
gun at that point, right? Like
makes you feel like El Chapo, Saddam Hussein, world leaders.
I got the Dan Wesson, as I said. I want to get some pearl grips eventually for it. I got the same thing with the Star Model B. I got the Star Model B. That one's supposed to be nickel plated and then got the pearl grips, right? Because that's from the movie Pulp Fiction. That's what I'm going for anyway. And as far as the Dan Wesson, I don't know. I just love that shiny stainless look. I mean, I like the gold okay, but I think I would rather have a gold AK than a gold pistol. You know what I mean? I don't know. My inner Southern. Never mind. Lost train of thought.
Inner gangster.
Yeah, like
Inner triple
drug
OG.
cartel member or something. You know?
Yeah, El Chapo. El Chapo.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys and gals, I got to get out of here. Got stuff to do. Got planning to do. I had my CV joint busted in my tiller yesterday, so I got to fix that. I do have all the parts on hand because that's part of being prepared, having the parts to fix that stuff. I know there are a lot that's going around right now. Well, farmers aren't going to be able to do farming because they can't get parts, but you should have a lot of that stuff on hand anyways. So got boxes of nails. I got kitty litter containers full of nails that you buy and mark and keep them around. So plywood and all that other good jazz.
Right.
But I need to get out of here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comment. Thanks for interacting and sharing your knowledge, and hopefully you learn something from us, and we always learn something from you guys and gals. So as always, thumbs up, thumbs down, bitches, bones, complaints, leave them in the comment section below. I'm Irish USMC Vet. My cohort over there is Poison Stinger.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Semper Fi and Godspeed to all. And we'll catch
Take
you guys
care,
tomorrow,
everybody.
God willing. Have a great day, guys. Learn something. Read something today. Read a chapter in a book or something. Benefit your mind. All right, guys and gals. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.